right.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to all of the. We are streaming everywhere. We're everywhere you want to be.
We haven't made it for me.
What?
Everything everywhere all at once.
Yes. That was such a great movie. So yeah, this is our safe for work stream. Are we doing this at? Okay, so this is kind of like a collaboration because I know we're on Grimm's channel, so this is kind of it's tabletopless, but with the top full. It is
Tabletop on.
Tabletop on.
Yes, it's Postmortem Studios. It's all those things.
It's Aetherpunk.
And it is specifically the game we are playing is Aetherpunk. So yeah,
Right. It's right. We're creating Aetherpunk by having tabletop on and postmortem come together.
Yes. So three of us at least. If you're wanting to stay away from the safe from work stuff, do not Google our names.
No.
So, but if you like the not safe for work stuff, then go ahead. But
If you want to sin,
yes, if you are feeling like sinning, then you may look up our names.
You know where to go.
So yeah, all right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I guess I am the starting up the announcement guy because that's my character anyway. I'm like the talkie guy. That's your role. That's my role. So yeah, we're doing the thing. We are developing a game. You are getting to watch as we are play testing some of the mechanics. Grimm is the man who is putting it all together. I'm doing background world building stuff, and
you're the other man putting it all together.
I'm the other man putting it all together from a different perspective. So we're collaborating on creating a world that is entertaining and workable, and eventually we'll be populated with characters. There's already lots of cool stuff, but you find yourself asking, what is Aetherpunk? Well, I mean, you've probably looked it up before, and a lot of times it's kind of futuristic. And then if you've seen a little bit of the show, we're like playing in the present day. So what is Aetherpunk? I'm going to just go off a little bit about Aetherpunk because it is
go for it.
Yeah, it's my baby. I love it. So the idea behind Aetherpunk is that you've got you're kind of used to cyberpunk and all these other kinds where a lot of times it's very dystopian. But what we want to do is have something that is semi-utopian, not utopian, but at least kind of hopeful. So sort of hope punk, and so sort of leading to that near future is Aetherpunk is sort of the near future vision, and where basically humanity has kind of broken free of the corporate control that we all see clamping down on us. Well, what our characters are doing now in the present day is trying to lay the groundwork, trying to discover the things that will unleash the free energy and the technology and all of the hidden stuff that will actually bring power to the people. And so that's why we're investigators into all the conspiracies, because all those conspiracies are the man holding us down, man. And so that's the kind of the perspective is that all of the fun conspiracies, no baby eating, none of that crap, but all the fun conspiracies are all true, and so that's so what we're into. Our characters are going and trying to uncover what's going on, what's being hidden from us, man, and because we're eventually going to uncover it, and it's going to give power to the people, Tesla free energy, all that stuff.
That's right.
We're the ones who are going to discover it, and if you end up playing in this specific time period of the game, that's also what your characters will be doing, is uncovering the truth.
Yep.
We're probably going to eventually expand into making it where you can play in the near future
But
as
this
well.
time period, you mean 2025-ish?
Yes, exactly. Our current year with all of the interesting stuff going on in the media.
The roaring 20s.
Yeah, the roaring 20s. One of the things that's very valuable for the game is that there's just so much interest, for instance, in the UAP phenomena. That's helpful to the game. And so, if you're interested in everything from cryptids to UAPs to alternative science and alternative archaeology, all those things, this is the game that is going to bring it all together into one thing for the purpose of this beautiful vision of the future where people are, we haven't gotten rid of the bad guys. Let's not be unrealistic. there's still going to be like the corporate overlords in their sky cities, but the thing is that the people will have this basically kind of technology turned to magic that will end up making it where people can kind of have their own escapes, so they find their own way of disconnecting from the corporate control structure. And so, yeah, that's kind of the vision that I'm going for the world building. And if you want to say something about the how you're bringing it all together on the game mechanics side, Grim, that would be helpful.
So we are building it off the Cypher system by Monte Cook Games. It's a little bit of an odd system. Like, I, as the games master, don't have to roll anything. I just set difficulties and they roll. So if you're trying to punch someone, you will roll to hit them as normal. If someone's trying to punch you, you roll to avoid. So I don't have to worry about any of that stuff, which is great. As a games master, it makes things very easy.
I was about to say it's actually super useful if we're gonna present this game as a player, as a thing for people to actually play at home, because a lot of times people might want to be like storytellers without necessarily having to do all the math and
because there's a lot of burden on game masters in a lot of games. So I like what you picked out and the way in which you're developing it. But yeah, continue. Sorry to interrupt.
So far we haven't tweaked the rules too much, but what I've been concentrating on is trying to gamify all these spiritual, occult, technology, secret things, so that they can fit into the game without necessarily being too game breaking, because the game by default is a bit more powerful than I think we want things to be. So yeah, it's a lot of adjustment and sort of mentally mapping things out and trying to make a way for interesting characters to exist. And with the theme of the game is positive change, so I've been tinkering with rules for like making your own organizations or settlements where you can put some of these things that you discover into practice. So that's where my focus for the game is on now. But Monte Cook do a lot of kind of weird esoteric games, and so Cypher seemed like a good fit. Either that or
because we could it could be end up being played kind of Cthulhu-esque, where people decide they want to see that there's this outside universe, because that was kind of my vision of it as well, is that there's you could go a lot of directions. Everything from scary space monsters are threatening the world to typical kinds of advancements and stuff, because I do kind of see the game being able to be played in multiple eras.
And I want to I really want to tap into that kind of zeitgeist that we have. People are always interested in mysteries and things, and then it's how you implement that. Like, other games that have done really well have tapped into different fashions or zeitgeists, and this seems like a good way to go about doing this one. Have we made any rules changes yet? Just the one about spending XP, I think. So in standard Cypher rules, if you get to like a crisis point of something, you can spend experience points to enact special abilities and things. But obviously that stops you leveling up because you're spending experience points. So we've decided to track it separately, so that you have a pool of points that you get that you can spend, and they're still gone forever, but they're not going to hold up your character advancement. So
and you just duplicate the pool, and then you're spending out of one pool, and as you gain experience, they're still working basically the same, just without losing your leveling.
Expendable energy.
Yeah, it's cool.
Do you want to recap what we've done so far, or where we were last time? Anyone?
Yes.
Someone was boasting about making notes.
I like Kelly's recaps, honestly.
Kelly does have some damn good recaps.
All right, let me pull up the files.
All right.
Pull up the manila envelopes.
All right. So some of you may know we were previously out in the desert. There's a whole festival. We got this freaky video, this lady floating. Of course, we had to go check it out. And let's see. So the floating lady, she actually, what was it? She has a friend of a friend. She got home, called us, told us to come up to, where the fuck are we?
Portland.
Portland
Oh
now.
shit, yeah,
That's
we're,
right.
I wanted to say Portland, but I didn't
We
want
were
to
in
be wrong.
Arizona at first.
All right.
We were.
Yeah. All right. So we went up to Portland, and oh, by the way, I may or may not have absorbed some strange ancient technology out in the desert, but that's another recap. Now let's see. So we go investigating because what was it? Some little homebody fella went and got himself, well, supposedly snatched up by some men in black suits. They was wandering around. Boy's been missing. Don't know how long he been missing for. And that's just our kind of weird. So we went on up there, brought the truck, road trip, bonded. It was beautiful. And let's see. God, that's right. Alex Masters went missing in Beaverton, Oregon. Been investigated by some men in black suits. And when he was disappearing, he was restoring a specific arcade machine. Now, that's kind of his little shtick. He likes making little video games come back to life. It's real cute. We checked out the shop. It was a little ransacked, but I appreciated the craftsmanship. But one thing we did find was, y'all ever heard of Polybius? Because, listen, so this was some little game way back in the Lord knows when. CIA, FBI, 3-letter acronym, something. They was basically putting out this game for testing, and it was like, I don't know, it was a
Mind
sensory
control.
deprivation game. It was mind control. People got like sucked up in the game, and they were using all this information for nefarious things. Well, see, our boy Alex Masters went and got himself a copy of this Polybius, and we're pretty sure this is what the men in black suits were looking for, because what was it? We had to like dig up the deleted file off the hard drive that was left, because what was it, like solid state had been completely fried. And we dropped off the copy of the ROM that we had of Polybius with what is it, a little antique arcade store right next door. Ain't that
You told
cute?
him it was Joust or something.
So
Yeah,
Roger.
joust or duck hunt or something. I left him to it, and then we wanted to go investigate Alex Masters' apartment a little bit better, so we had his friend TJ there with us. We're all shuttling back, and then my sharp, keen senses felt something was off. I'm always on top of things. I noticed we had this dark black SUV following us. That shit was not. Oh no, it wasn't following us. That's right. It was parked in front, and I'm like, that's sketchy. That's no good. So, what is it? We park, and we were ready to just watch his friend TJ walk up into the apartment and kind of see what happens. Because I mean, we don't know TJ. Well, I don't care. But then the damn fool goes and turns around and gestures to us. So now we're roped into the damn thing. So me and J-Rod decided to go and investigate. I left Ollie in charge of the truck. Prayed, begged her to take care of my baby. And I did let her know that thing can hop up on curbs if need be. So, all right. So last we left off, we were just me and J-Rod going to investigate.
Up
And
downstairs and
if this is your first time joining us, basically our character types are my character is a kind of like a fast talker, or not, but not fast, just an influencer.
Well, we do have these like names.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the way
Confidence,
Decipher does it,
Right.
it's sort of reminiscent of card games and board games where like all the information you need is like on the card
Yeah.
in the way it's written out. So yeah, we have kind of like
I'm Jared Svarlson. It is a jovial speaker who infiltrates. So basically, that's my whole thing, is kind of the pretender.
I got Olivia Robinson, who's an inquisitive adept who separates mind from body.
Ooh.
Yeah. So she has spoopy psychic powers.
That's right.
Yep.
And we got
And Kelly O'Neill. Who's Kelly O'Neill?
I'm a greedy, brash explorer / prepper type who crafts unique objects when need be.
I love that's actually my super favorite trope in like Borderlands. For instance, it's my favorite trope in general, but it shows up in Borderlands and Enterprise Star Trek, where and I'm sure so many others where you have the also a little bit Prodigy Star Trek, where you have the tinkerer engineer who also is like a not redneck, but it has like a country accent.
That's true. Oh my God! Yeah, and then the first, what was it? Was it Enterprise? Was the name of the?
Yeah, the Star Trek one. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh shit! And that little girl on Firefly has a cute little twang to her too.
Yep, exactly. So that's a type apparently.
Scooter on Borderlands. Yeah.
Scooter,
Were I unwed, I would take you in a manly fashion.
I literally just watched that episode last night.
All right. So, Kelly and Jarrod get out of the truck into the humid Oregon air, and make your way up to the steps. Clank, 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 up to the second story. It's one up, one down sort of bed sit. TJ's there at the top, looking a little bit pale and concerned, but waves you in. The apartment is a bit of a mess. Looks like it's already been turned over before, but it's a bit hard to tell. I think you did look here before, didn't you? Because you found he had all that load of soda.
Yeah, that's right.
Now we're going back with more trained eye. Really trying to.
Why were we coming back to his apartment again?
There's some people who wanted to.
So we got the Polybius ROM, or actually was it the ROM or was it the hard? Like I think it was for specifically the hardware. So I think it was like the
just a little drive.
Yeah, it's just the software for the game.
Yeah,
you recovered the ROM from the drive, even though it had been screwed up.
Right, and so you got that group of people looking at it, which is probably going to get them in trouble.
The guys at the retro shop are trying to get it into a working state for you, and digging through the code to see what they can find.
And then we were going to come back here for what reason? Because we
weren't
investigated
the guys
stuff
in
before.
suits that were like in his apartment? Or is that at his? I thought you guys like met.
So the people next door had seen the guys in suits come and turn over the his shop, and they had destroyed. They took his hard drive, I think, and like had fucked with some other stuff.
There was something about the guy who was messaging us and who like disappeared on his like.
That's
on
right.
His, computer.
Yeah. That was the guy who he originally. Okay, yeah, that's right. We uncovered some emails, and
between him and Jamer X.
Yeah.
Jamer X, who he got the file from, right? And then
so he sent a copy of the file to them.
Okay. And then we tried to contact him, and then he just like cut contact after we because we were pretending to be missing dude.
Yes. So you were coming to his apartment to see if there was like a Rolodex or something on his home computers that could help you find Jamer X.
To link back to Jamer.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. But you found these two guys in suits. But okay. That brief recap aside, TJ sort of gestures for you to go in.
Yeah, I think it's
all right.
All right.
So there are guys in suits outside the apartment?
I think inside the apartment.
They're inside the apartment.
Yeah, we went up to the truck and we saw there's nobody in there, so we figure they're up in there.
So we do have with us the girl who kind of contracted us to find
his local friend.
Yeah, it's TJ.
Yeah. She's the one who let us in.
She's more like 30, 40 years old.
Yeah.
50 maybe.
Yeah. So the woman who who's a friend who's concerned.
Yeah.
And she's
like
the one like okay.
Yeah, like
and so she
or something.
She's the slightly aging Gen X woman.
Okay.
Old girl.
I don't know if she's a neighbor or a friend.
Yeah, is she a friend?
She was a friend.
A friend. Okay. And so she's the one who initially let us in. So if she's with us, then
And let us into the arcade.
we've got more business being there than any G-men who were there.
Right. She's the friend letting us in, like with a key.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But anyway, she gestures for you to go in.
All right, let's go.
So there are two men in suits, black suits. They don't look particularly well fitted or anything. They're fairly off the peg suits. Maybe they've had a little bit of an adjustment done. Black suits, black ties, pocket squares, both carrying little attaché cases.
Yeah.
One is a taller, broader Japanese man with very short, dark hair. The other one is a thinner, shorter, sort of Weasley-looking guy with red hair tied back into a ponytail.
Okay, so they do look like the lawyers.
He steps forward and offers you a card. It says Reynard and Wolf, legal representation, and it has contact information on the other side. Looks like their firm specializes in sort of corporate and intellectual property.
Yeah. We left this place locked. What business do you have inside here, and do we need to call the police?
We've
Look over at the,
we already contacted the police. We don't want any trouble here. We're just trying to locate Mr. Masters and some of the property he has that he has illegally obtained.
Oh, so you have called the police, so they're on their way?
They should be on their way, yes.
Yeah, so how did you get in here? Because we left this locked.
Well,
We actually have
the
a
door,
friend who's actually asked us to investigate, and you see
the door was open when we arrived. There's no need to be hostile, Mr.
Gerald Scarlson.
Well, quite a mouthful. What's your relationship with Mr. Masters?
We've been contracted to investigate his disappearance by a friend who actually has the keys and has a right to be inside here, unlike you.
Yeah. I understand your hostility, but really, see, we will represent a variety of different companies, and in this instance, we're representing the Japanese computer game manufacturer Taito.
Well, regardless, you should be aware of the way of things around here, which is you need to get a police officer to come in here with a warrant to step on someone else's property.
The door was already open, and we recorded everything, so there shouldn't be any problem. I don't foresee any issue. Do you have any idea where Mr. Masters is?
To me. If we knew where he was, don't you think we'd go looking for him instead of digging around his damn apartment?
Well, do you have any clues? Perhaps we could put our heads together and share information, and then between us, we could find him.
I don't work with men in suits on principle.
Apparently, Olivia looks down at her suit.
I like it.
The big Japanese man mutters something in Japanese under his breath.
So, all right. So you're here on behalf of some games manufacturer. So,
it's all rather complicated. Rights move between different companies at different times. Some corporation takes over another corporation. Regardless, we're here to aggressively pursue intellectual rights over the properties that Mr. Masters has illegally obtained. I don't know if you're aware of the issue, but Nintendo has been particularly aggressive around copying their old games, piracy, and so on. Unfortunately, it's necessary to assert our rights in a similar strong way in order to secure them.
All right.
About violating his constitutional rights? Interesting. I'd like to see how that plays out in a court of law.
It's a big industry these days. Computer games make more than Hollywood. It's not like the old days, but a lot of these old properties and things still have some legs in them.
I want to like Google their names, like see if like look at their card and see if I can actually find them.
The law firm exists. It doesn't have an enormous web presence or anything. It looks like they mostly work for sort of private clients from a fairly prestigious but quite short list of companies. The ones that you can find any trace of any link to them, but their website's just it doesn't tell you much.
All right. Well, at least they're not completely faking it.
Yeah. They seem
right,
discreet.
I guess we'll wait until the police get here. Does the place look like it's been turned over? Like I don't remember if it was in order when we first got there.
You had a hard time telling because he seemed to like live in his own filth to a large degree, so it was a bit hard to tell. But I think all the computers were in working order when you were here.
That's right. Yeah, we did use this computer even.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go check and see if it's still things are still in working order.
Yeah. Just a sec.
And does the door look like it's been broken or anything like that?
Make a what is it? Observation, I think, in this one.
I wonder if a person can look at like a safe or like something like that. And would it be at his house or back at the arcade?
Okay, so well, the difficulty of the roll is 3, so you need 9 or more.
So how do I
Yeah, I plumb forgot too.
roll for this?
Okay, so if we bring up a character sheet in Roll20, so the difficulty level is 3. So in the center, underneath where it says damage track, underneath Cypher System, you see actions underneath. So the difficulty level is difficulty level is 3.
Actions.
Oh, that's right. We don't have the actions box.
You don't have
We're
that
special
one.
in that. Yeah, we got attacks and weapons under the center.
Then I don't know what to make you do.
I think we just would do like an intellect roll.
Yes, it would be an intellect roll.
Do we need to add something to? In other words, do we need to fix this?
Right.
Like a roll.
So at the moment, right, it's difficulty 3. If you have a skill that's applicable, do you have any skills that are applicable to knowing if someme's broken in?
I got danger sense, but no, that's not.
I got
that's
sense
not
deception.
Facts.
Yeah, close enough. Okay, so that drops the difficulty to 2, right? And then if you want to spend effort from your intellect pool, do you have edge in intellect?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so it would cost you 2 points to drop the difficulty to 1. So then you'd only need to roll 3 or more.
All right. Let's go ahead and do that. Spend 2 points, you said?
Yeah, from your intellect pool.
17. And then what is it that I'm rolling?
A D20.
Oh, okay.
Or you click where it says intellect. It'll highlight red and you can roll it. And then it asks you the difficulty, which is 3, and if you want to use your edge.
Okay, so that does the same thing as...
This is click on intellect, you're saying? Oh, wait, yeah. All right.
Yeah, so that basically does the same thing as the actions thing I was talking about.
Ah, gotcha.
So that should automatically reduce your pool and do everything else for you.
And now I need to set it to 1, the difficulty?
Yes, difficulty 1, because you've dropped it.
All right, effort to roll, that's 0.
Effort 2 you spent.
Oh, effort. Oh, I see. I spent 2. Okay, there we go. I see what that means. Okay. Yeah, now I have to get used to how Roll20 does it as well.
Yeah. Okay. And then it tells you
gotta figure out how to make it work.
you succeeded and you rolled 16. So you succeeded by quite a lot. There are scratches around the lock. Not many, but they look fresh. So the old, somewhat weathered lock has a few little scrapes around the outside of it. So it does look like someone picked the lock at some point.
Okay.
Recently.
Nice.
Yeah, I have this.
You see this, guys? Look at this. You see these scratches right here? Somebody picked this lock.
Roll a 16 and difficulty 5. Good job.
Yep. Killed it.
Murdered it.
Wow, that's unfortunate. Perhaps something else was taken.
Yeah,
might be a problem.
Yeah, you guys entered a crime scene. Just entering. So I'm glad when are the police going to be here? I'm like, let's see.
A cruiser pulls up outside next to the truck where Olivia is.
All right, I'm going to try to. I'm going to immediately approach
text both of
the
them.
police as though I'm the one who called.
You know, you don't know. It's not time.
Interjection. I would also like to. I'd like to add that in the last episode, Ollie actually called a tow truck for the black vehicle.
Oh, that's
True.
right.
That's
true.
right.
We're going to have a traffic jam up in here.
I will text both of them in our group chat as soon as I see the cruiser pull up, because it's obvious that it's like police.
Yeah.
The Dodge Charger, isn't it?
The cops get out, adjust their belts, and head up the steps, and then Jared intercepts them.
Yes, of course, immediately.
What's going on? What's the issue?
Yeah, well, we've got a situation here where I'm representing a friend of the person who owns this apartment. She has the keys. You can verify that. It looks as though it's been broken into. And what we got here, there's these two people claiming to be lawyers already on the inside, and so they've apparently entered a crime scene, and we're not exactly sure how to proceed.
All right, everybody out.
All right.
Cops wave you all out and down the steps.
I'll watch from the car and like get in the back seat. Yeah, so killing them.
They briefly exchange a few words with TJ, and she closes and locks the door. Then they go down, take the lawyers off to one side, and have a hushed conversation with them.
You might think they colluding, do you?
It's like, okay. There's a hushed conversation. What's going on over there?
And the tow truck arrives, and parks up just out of the way. And he comes out and calls to the police. Hey, you're going to be long. I need to get in there and tow a vehicle that's illegally parked. Just hold on.
Oh, damn.
So do you want to do anything while the cops are sorting out the situation?
Do anything with them.
Well, did it look like the computer was running? That was the other thing that we were checking besides the lock.
Make another intellect-y, notice-y type roll. Both of you who went in, same difficulty.
All right. Let's do. Yeah. Okay. So
Donde
intellect.
está?
Actually, it's not intellect. All right. Yeah. That's.
I'm just gonna.
Where's my? Whenever you pop out the character sheet, ends up being a pain.
Oh, okay.
And
On
then,
mine, because I do have the action window, when I click on intellect, it just rolls using what's in the actions window.
Okay, so difficulty demanding again, 3.
Difficulty 3, yeah.
And I'm gonna go with no effort.
Nothing.
Hey, look at us.
Okay.
Look at us. Look at us.
Talented bunch.
Okay.
This takes me
special.
no effort.
Yes. So if we were in combat, that would be a special critical, and you would do extra damage. But we're not in combat, so it doesn't do anything extra at this point.
Oh, too bad.
I see. So close.
I critically looked at it.
The computers were on, but someone had switched the monitors off. You saw the little light on the monitors.
Oh, so they went and flipped the freaking monitors off when they heard us storming up the stairs.
Right.
Cowards.
Interesting.
What are they up to?
They were definitely getting their hands in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So one of the cops comes over to the truck, presumably where you're waiting, and says, "Okay, so essentially, this has now been reported as a burglary on top of the missing persons report we have registered at this address. So we're going to have to shut it all down for a bit. I'm going to have to ask you and the other people to leave while we get a proper
And it
investigation."
looks like they were tampering with the computer when they were in there. I don't, this is, isn't it illegal for them to just go and just enter somebody's place like they did? I mean, I saw the scratches. Look at the scratches on the the lock.
Well, we will have to investigate and see if they're the ones who broke in. We've got it all in
Regardless,
hand.
They were trespassing. They were not invited. We were specifically invited onto the property to help investigate this missing persons case, and they had no right to be in there.
Ma'am, we're well aware of the situation. We will take care of it.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, though. They'll take care of it, all right. Sweep it under the rug.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave for now. We'll inform the lady when the apartment can be examined again. So,
Right.
So these guys, I want to try talking to the lawyers again and say, so who was it that you represented again? And just kind of try to get a feel of like, I don't know, maybe use a little like
A little power of gab.
right, like say it's like so it was Psycho was the name of the game company that you were representing.
Taito.
Oh,
Trip him up.
and can I do sense deception? That is one.
Yes, you can try to sense deception on them. Well, let's role play a little bit for your conversation, and then,
All right.
then you can. So no, we represent Taito amongst other companies. As I said before, we specialize in intellectual property and corporate law, especially as regards technical issues, software, hardware, that sort of thing.
But you seem to keep showing up everywhere that places have been broken into, because we actually checked out his shop, and it looks like somebody had been messing around there as well. And so don't you think it's a little bit of a coincidence that you guys keep showing up everywhere that there's a break-in, and then you were on the inside of this place and supposedly you didn't do it?
Well, I mean, we're both investigating Mr. Master's disappearance, so...
Oh, really? So you
stands to
were
reason.
contracted by the family to investigate his disappearance? Is that my understanding here?
Well,
Because
our interest is the intellectual property that he has illegally acquired,
so
and
you
recovering
just
that.
assume that he has something
Allegedly.
illegal, and that somehow gives you the right to go into his property.
To an extent, yes, in order to recover things. We have talked to the police department about these things. They're fairly considerate. So, we're not that far from Silicon Valley here, really, and there's a lot of support for technology companies and understanding of our issues.
Yes, I'm sure there is.
Don't worry, we don't intend to do anything nasty to Mr. Masters, provided
So
that
have you recovered any of your property? Because it seems as though you just can go and just take whatever you like. Are you the one who seems to have taken some of the stuff that we've noticed is already missing?
Alas, no, we haven't yet recovered much of anything. You probably know more than us, and you seem unwilling to share. So
It's this is highly unusual that you guys keep showing up and that somebody has because what if there's foul play involved here? Whenever there's big money going on, there might be something a little more going on here than meets the eye, is what it seems to us.
well, I assure you, it's just coincidence, unless there's someone else poking around as well, of course.
It looks like there might be someone else poking around. If you're saying that you didn't take anything, but there's definitely things missing.
No, we gathered some information from his paperwork and so on, but we just took copies.
Okay. Well, there's some additional info for you. There's somebody else who seems to be taking things, and also, I don't know if you noticed, but that lock was broken in. If we didn't do it and you didn't do it, then there's obviously some third party here. So there's sharing information. Now, do you have any information that can be helpful to us?
He inhales as if he's about to tell you something, and then turns abruptly and says, "Hey, that's our car." And they dash off to negotiate with the tow truck. However, that's given you enough time to get a bit of a read on him. So that'd be difficulty 3 again. That would be an intellect roll again.
So I do have was it sense deception as one of my skills. Do I roll using the skill?
So that automatically reduces his difficulty to 2.
Okay.
Right. And your conversation and role play with him counts as an asset as well. So that drops the difficulty to 1.
Awesome.
So if you want to spend for effort, you can automatically succeed if you spend 2 points.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay. So spend 2 from your intellect pool.
Yeah.
It was a you don't need to roll. It was a complex mix of lies, half truths, and actual truths that he was giving you. He seems to be a reasonably accomplished liar, but with all the hubbub going on, the car being towed, the police doing police stuff, and everything else that's gone on, he was a bit flustered, and you were able to see through him.
Good. So the a little bit of distraction, just enough to break his concentration.
Did the job.
Is he a company man?
Yeah. Did I get any G-Man vibes?
Hard to tell. But he wasn't being particularly truthful with you. So maybe they're not lawyers, but maybe they're private investigators or Pinkertons or something.
You're right.
No way lawyers to put themselves in this kind of a legal pickle. I think they're PIs.
Or even corporate espionage could be.
Yeah, and a lot of times people the best agents are the ones that don't look like agents.
Right. Best agents are on little bit lawyers.
But yeah, the police asked you to move, and you haven't yet, so you probably should if you want to keep them sweet.
All right, let's go ahead and move along.
All right, Ollie, scoot over.
Yeah, I climbed in the back seat to let them both of them get in front.
And
it's an American truck, so the seats are as wide as church pews, so you can all fit in there.
Nice. It's like, all right, those guys, I don't think they are who they say they are. I think they were definitely lying about something. I can tell. I bet you already picked up on that, Kelly.
Oh yeah, ain't a thing right about them.
No. You had them as soon as you saw the suits.
As soon as they started disregarding due process.
Smell it right from a mile away.
Yeah, trampling all over rights.
That's not long.
You want to
Man.
smash someone in the court of law, that ain't the way to go about it. That's the way you smash things up if you want to avoid the court of law. Never smelled right to me.
So you've got to leave. Where do you want to go?
I guess we could go back and check on the progress with the ROM.
Did we get like a hotel room or where we staying?
Yeah, we did get a hotel room. What was it? I told them 500 a day, but every day it takes, it's $50 less that they get. Or 500 for the project, $50 less per day.
Nice.
So you got to give them the better part of an afternoon at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably would take them at least a day.
Okay.
I think we've haven't replenished our edges. I mean our pools.
All right. Yeah, I guess we could go and what is the rest? In other words, like we can. I know we can. There's some sort of rest.
Okay.
Right.
So there are multiple rest actions that you can take.
Okay.
Where is it here? Recovery on the right hand side. So you can take an action to sort of catch your breath, and that will replenish your pools by, you replenish 1d6 points. Then you can take a 10-minute break to replenish another 1d6 points. Then you can take an hour break to replenish another d6 points, and then like a full night's rest recovers another d6 and resets all of them.
I have my one action check marked. Right?
Yeah. I don't know how to uncheck it.
I don't think it
I
does.
guess it's just for the game. No.
It does. It doesn't uncheck, but when you take another one, it moves it to that one.
Gotcha.
Because you do the shorter ones in order.
Oh, I see. Yeah, all right. I think I'm gonna take an action and roll a 1d6 to.
So you can. Yeah, you can click above where it says recovery, and that will.
Oh, oops. Okay, I should have done that.
It's automated.
Beauty.
And that tells you how many points you can get back.
Nice.
I mean, there's not a lot more you can do right now unless you've had any brainstorms of other investigation you want to do.
Do you assign the 3 points, or is it like 3 and
you can assign them to whichever pools you've got depleted.
Yeah, it's a total of 3 points.
What if I want to do it again?
Then you can do it again. It'll take 10 minutes.
I'll take 10 minutes.
All right.
We're just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
7 points, bro.
Yeah, you can stop off at a diner or something, get something to eat, a couple of cups of coffee.
Oh yeah, we got a +1 from the. Apparently it's 1d6 +1. Does that go up as you level? Is that what that is?
I think it must. I don't. Yeah, it must do. I think it says your rank goes up, your tier or something.
I have extra points. I don't know if you do it.
Nice.
Probably not. They probably don't roll over.
So how much do you see us starting to integrate like very out there sort of stuff when it comes to like half magic technology sort of thing into this version of the game? You think that that's something that you want to integrate pretty heavily, you want to stay away from? What are you thinking?
I want it to build. So at the moment, you're on like 1.5 investigations. What you got out of the first one was the weird technology that integrated into Kelly, which is a cipher, which normally in the cipher system is like a one-use magical item of some kind, but you don't know what it does really. So at the moment, you've just got weird alien technology floating around in your bloodstream, doing God knows what.
Can I try to meditate and like try to bring back that moment of like intelligence slammed into my brain?
You could try.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to do that in the middle of a Denny's though?
I mean,
No, yeah, I'll wait till get back.
Yeah,
to the
absolutely.
hotel.
Well, what better place to concentrate than a Denny's? I mean, that's syrup, you know.
I mean, you can just associate with the hotel room too, you know.
I'd rather finish my grand sandwich.
But the other way I'm thinking of doing it is, so if you already have some kind of special ability, like Olivia does, you can develop that. But I also think that through adventures, you should be able to unlock the capability to develop other powers and capabilities. So you're not completely locked into a character archetype the whole time. So just open it up a bit
That's
more.
sick, because there were some ones that I really liked that I had to pass over. I wrote down.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to have items are in D&D. You almost could like make little cards and stat blocks for them. And have like various alien technologies or doodads that we pick up.
Ancient technology, alien technology.
Ancient doodads. Alien doodads. Yep, sounds like fun. I like expanding that to numbers too.
Lost
Cool.
magic. That's actually technology.
Like being able to have powers though, that's super sick.
Yeah,
to have modern day powers, I love that.
Right.
Any sufficiently dumb magic is indistinguishable from technology.
I also
haven't
love,
heard that one. Is that your original Grimco?
Yes.
Yes.
I like how we can also incorporate it into the gaming system by making it be ciphers. So that could be another tweak, I guess, to instead of having it like one shot ciphers, they can be like your powers.
Yeah, you could have more powerful
ciphers.
Yeah, you could have more powerful artifacts, or some of these things could open up the potential for having powers. So, for example, if you managed to trace back to the original sort of psychic research program you were part of, and got all of their like drug regimen and training methods and so on, then one of the other characters could potentially go through the training by themselves and develop some sort of
right, and then develop their
own coach.
Yeah.
Kelly's gonna mix something up in her garage.
Yep.
Like, what are you doing? I'm meditating, just trying to see into the government's headquarters.
I'm almost there. I can taste it.
I was on what's that chat, like everybody's open chat on like it's an Apple thing. I was on there for a little while. Crap. It's where you can get into these chat rooms that are voice chat.
Oh, Clubhouse.
Yeah, Clubhouse. And so so Kelly was on Clubhouse, and I heard how you could do those different things.
Yeah. There's a lot of various fringe communities, but also like it was really great actually. But it was various niche communities.
Yeah, she heard that anybody could be a remote viewer, and so she started picking up remote viewing.
Exactly.
So, is there anything else you want to poke your nose into, or are you just going to wait for the nerds to get back in touch?
Do we have any additional leads?
I don't think so. Did TJ give us anything? I don't think so. I mean, other than this Jamer guy, but I don't know how we're supposed to.
Yeah, he cut.
Yeah, and with the cops all over the apartment, you don't really have an immediate way to get in touch.
Wait a minute. I got a weird hunch. All right. I remember back at the festival, some fellas caught some drone footage of all them boys in black doing their funny little dance routine.
Sure.
And we got a USB stick of that.
Uh-huh.
I wanna scrub through the footage and see if we don't recognize those boys in their cheap suits. I don't know why, but it's just tickling my brain something fierce.
That's a good idea.
Interesting.
Okay.
I like it.
That's going to be a difficulty 5 intellect roll.
All right.
All right, we're all going to work on this together.
Sure.
Yeah, we're all going to be staring at the footage as we scrub through it frame by frame.
What?
I can help, guys.
One person helping can count as an asset for someone else, so that can reduce the difficulty by 1.
All right.
All right, who wants to help me?
I'll give a hand.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so that reduces the difficulty to 4.
All right.
Written Alex Masters. Written.
And I'll go ahead and spend an effort. God damn.
Now, see, digital cameras just not that good at night, so it's all fairly grainy footage. So you can't really make out any faces. Plus, they're all wearing sunglasses at night.
Damn.
Hold on a second.
Damn.
Let's
Well,
understand.
what is it? One of you was helping me, which gives one of you guys the ability to roll as well with some maybe better eyes.
Right. I was wondering how many people can roll.
Yeah, could I apply understanding to be able to re-roll it? So it's basically you observe and net interaction difficulty goes down by 1. That's my special ability. Cost of 1.
Why did you use your third eye?
I didn't. I just wanted to know what it said. Like, what is the description?
I think it's too late to use understanding here. But Olivia can make an intellect check to go over the footage as well. Perhaps
I
with
could do a premonition or something like that.
Okay.
you could just use your eyes and look at the screen.
Or I could
She
just
wants
use
to
my
feel deeper into it.
It's
I
just,
want to use my third eye, Graham. I want to use my third eye, right? Okay, so what am I rolling?
It's an intellect check, difficulty 5.
There it is, okay. Difficulty 5. Do I spend effort? Can I spend effort?
Yes.
If you got big.
How much effort
Yeah.
can I spend?
You can
Uno.
spend 1 level of effort.
How many points is that?
That it should do it automatically, I think, but I'm not sure.
Alright.
It should. Do you have an intellect edge?
Yes.
Then it'll cost you 2 points.
So I put effort 1?
Yeah. Yes. Set effort to 1, hit submit,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't automatically deduct on your sheet, then deduct your intellect down 2.
Did it.
Aye! Ollie!
yeah.
Did it. I saw with my eyes.
With my peepers to see with.
She said, wait, right
Hold on.
there.
Rewind it back. Enhance. I just like do like a little
You're
zoom into the screen.
you're not sure about the other guy, but the big Japanese guy stands out a bit in the crowd, and you're fairly sure, like 80% sure, he's in that crowd.
Mm.
Like, wait, guys, look at that. The
Dang.
taller than average Japanese man. I think that's.
And so were all these guys? Did they also were they just were like as men in like was he doing the dancing like the
Or
whole?
just standing in the background.
Yeah, he was doing the dancing. Yeah, and he was on point.
He was doing
He
good.
was
All
dancing.
right.
He was dancing better than most.
So his
Oh,
rehearsed
man was
and
feeling the music.
Hmm.
feeling himself. Okay, I see
Oh,
what he's
big
working
fan,
with.
I should say.
He should start a solo TikTok. I think.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Now, what sort of connection?
Where did those
Where did
guys go? The cops said they're gonna take care of it, but did they arrest these guys or?
Cops aren't gonna do shit. These guys, these are
Can we
G
tail them?
man. These are
Because where did those two fellas go? Like you talked to them last, right?
yeah.
And then what?
And they said that they were gonna, they took him off to the side, did a little whisper,
Sure,
and that by itself was a little
weird as hell, yeah.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Collusion?
Yep. And then the fact that these guys were there at the same place, that's completely disconnected. There's no connection between this guy and that thing that we're at, other than the fact that this is some strange government cover-up stuff.
Mhm, mhm.
I need to do a
Right.
post about this. Let me take some notes. My followers on my channel are gonna love this guy. Let me take a picture of him up there. You know, I'm gonna take a picture as he's in two places, completely disconnected, except.
Oh. Can we tail them in some way, or do we know where they went?
I was thinking about that. Yeah, no, we
You'd have to find them again first.
Did we leave trackers on? We need to get a bunch of AirPods or whatever they're called. I just started leaving them on people.
Yeah,
AirTags.
That was
yeah.
AirTags.
Honestly, AirPods, that actually might be better. I mean, more expensive, but
So
the AirTags, they'll alert you. They'll alert you if you got a unpaired AirTag with you. But AirPods, on the other hand,
You could like.
Plus, they're always getting lost, so finding one laying around isn't very suspicious.
Right?
That's right.
exactly.
It's a little more
See?
expensive, but more effective.
That's right. Work smarter than that part.
I just gave
Now
some
everybody's like,
crazy
thinking,
terrible
I
ideas.
find a random air.
Must be mine. It's like finding a sock. You know, it's like, sure, that's probably mine. Socks are always
That'll be
missing.
your next investigation. You'll find out that there's interdimensional goblins that steal AirPods, biros, and single socks.
Yes.
I knew it.
They're like they only have one ear and one foot. So it's
That's why you only need one. All right.
Yeah, we have to find these suckers again.
So do we have any? Yeah, where do we go from here?
Let me see.
We could turn in. I'm not sure if there's anything more to do in the town. We could check back in with our. I don't know if we got any number or whatnot from our levitating friend, but we could check back in on that.
So,
See if Kelly's craving salt still.
Keeps leaving
Sinlution.
fingerprints on all the silverware. It's
Sinlotion was the company connected to it. You found some data on that. They've mentioned Taito. You don't know what the link to them is exactly. Jamerex, you don't really know how to contact them.
No.
You've got the nerds working on the ROM. You could try and track down the men in black.
Right.
Yeah, you guys want to go back and see if we can see
Follow the track, like the car tracks or something like that.
right. See if they're still there.
They left. I mean, if they left, wait. Hold on. Didn't their car get?
But no, they were trying. They probably negotiated out of it. Yeah.
We go back to the area. Maybe I could like see if there's any like auras or something left over to read.
Good idea.
Any kind of tracks of them. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, let's head back because if they're still there, then we might, they might be still snooping around. If the cops let them back in, to screw with it some more,
Or we could.
they're going to think that they got rid of us. And if we come right back after we move, what's it been like 20 minutes?
Well, you left, found somewhere to eat, had lunch, went through the footage, identified them. It's probably been about 2 hours. So.
Okay, well,
Took 10 minutes.
let's head back.
All right, you head back there. The cops have left. There's police tape across the door. No sign of the men in black. You can make spot stuff type rolls, difficulty 3.
Right. There's also potential tire tracks.
That's an intellect roll. Anything that boosts your perception or investigation or notice type stuff, you can reduce the difficulty.
Nah, nothing good.
That's so social interaction as a skill.
If I could remember what kind of car they were driving, I could look for tracks, or I could also try to use some of my extrasensory perception to.
So intellect difficulty
Look into
3, you
it.
said?
Yeah. The car was a black Toyota Camry.
Because if there's anything also left of theirs, or oh wait, does that mean that we can get back into the apartment now?
Potentially, but TJ's not around. Okay, so looking around the parking lot, Olivia spots a couple of torn pieces of paper. The slight breeze has blown up against a wall. You grab them quickly, and it's a ticket. Basically, the tow truck driver wrote them up, even if he didn't tow their car. It's clearly a stickler for paperwork, and it's got one of the guy's signatures on it, but he has pharmacist handwriting. You can't read what it says.
Yes.
Dang.
Well, he did touch it though. So
He did touch it, and he left his mark on it. So yeah,
Right.
sympathetic magic psychic link, perhaps.
yeah, I'm gonna try to use either premonition or premonition. I mean, convenient idea maybe, yeah, but I'm thinking premonitions probably like I learned a fact about a place or a thing, so I could maybe like link to him through. the thing.
Yeah, you can project your senses as well, can't you? Or is that only short distances?
Third eye is
Yeah, short distance.
project sense a short distance. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, premonition's probably better. So you could learn where he is, perhaps,
Literally.
by using that.
Want to know what is his position?
Okay.
Can you get
I don't know
do you
how
have
to
like a
roll it.
remote viewing sort of like you could literally see what's around him sort of thing?
It's more kind of color
Yeah.
with that until you get more powerful abilities. Okay, so that
Right,
costs you 2 intellect points. So with the pieces of paper, you sit down in the truck, center yourself, put some whale song on the CD
little-
player or something, or the
My
MP3
little
player.
AirPods.
Yeah, you've lost one.
Your ear pod.
Yes, and
I have
concentrate.
I have a whole playlist actually of like white noises. Some of them are animal noises. Some
It's raining.
Not just that, but yeah. yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
What show is that?
There's two of them. There's one. It's raining a psychopath,
It's Psychopaths.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then there's the ending of last season of Umbrella Academy where you have like all the sound. The
Oh,
tapes.
that's true. I forgot about that. And
So yeah, sure, whale song for this one. I don't mind. Sounds good. So now my pool goes down by 2 pool. My intellect pool. But I don't have to roll anything. You just use it, right? Gotcha.
I'm starting to get how the resources act. So you actually can use your pools pretty frequently.
Yeah. Because
Given the ease at which you can get some of it back, but it gets harder and harder to get your pools back as it goes along. So it's
Right.
it's pretty neat.
the longer it goes on the session, the more you do that, the harder
Right.
it gets. But
Yeah,
between-
and it's kind of a do I gamble to make things slightly easier or don't I?
or do I conserve this? Yeah.
Yeah. Right. You concentrate.
Mhm.
Not that far away, somewhere else in Beaverton. You zero in on the address, and you get a vision of a small single-story suburban house, kind of like a sitcom house, almost. With the big garage
Like that
door on
size.
one side, the overhanging porch at the front with a couple of pillars, the sloped lawns at the front, the whole bit. But that seems to be where they are, and you've jotted down the address quickly while you remember it.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull out a Sharpie or something that I carry on me and like flip the ticket over and write it down on the back of it, and carry that.
All right, if
tuck
you
it
have
in
the
my-
address, I'm going to check and see if it's on Airbnb.
It
Or
is
like
not on Airbnb. It's part of a relatively new housing development.
Let's look at
Mm.
Google Earth. Let's see, like Street View.
Yeah, he says it's part of a new development, so that's weird.
Because we could go out there, check it out,
Hmm.
pay them a visit.
Just show up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's, we drive by quietly, but then
Well, I was looking at my character sheet and I saw there's conspiracy theories. I kind of want to look into the Taito Industries or whatever, the Taito company,
yeah.
see if there's any fringe theories on the internet about them. Any other
Okay.
shady shit some guys have been reporting on deep web forums.
Kelly's got a specialty in conspiracy theory. She
Right.
knows.
She
she's
can
out
go,
there.
yeah, she can go a rabbit hole deep and figure some stuff out.
Okay, is that a skill then? Conspiracy theories.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, can you make an intellect roll? Difficulty. Let's see. 5. Difficulty 5. But with the conspiracy theory skill, that reduces it to difficulty 4.
Yeah. I'll expend an effort on this
How many effort can you spend?
until you're out of them.
As you go up in rank, you can spend more, but on each individual thing at the moment, you can only spend 1 effort.
Oh, I see. That's how do we? Is there somewhere? Is it because of our tier? That's how much effort you can spend
Yeah.
each tier or something.
Yeah, that changes as you go up.
Cool. Okay.
That's a success. Barely.
Hey.
So let's see. Well, there's a bunch of publicly available information. It's a real company, so you can feel free to Google it yourselves. I will give you a brief summary. Taito is a Japanese company specializing in video games, toys, arcade cabinets, and game centers based in Shinjuku, Tokyo. It was founded, though, by a Jewish Ukrainian businessman called Michael Kogan in 1944, in the sort of post-war era. The company used to deal in floor coverings, natural hair wigs, and hog bristles before making its move into toys and games. So originally it was operating in China, but then communism happened, so they moved to Japan.
Apparently, he used to be in the vodka business too.
A bunch of stuff. But in terms of conspiracy theories,
The good shit.
yes. So this German company, Sinlotion, which doesn't really seem to exist in any official records, but it has been linked to Taito either as a front or something else. And that company, though this is all just internet hokum and rumors, supposedly took on board some of the war criminals from Japan and Nazi Germany in a similar way to Project Paperclip, but for other science.
Yeah, I know there was a paper. I think Russia actually got a bunch of Nazi scientists. They have their own version of the clip.
Yeah.
And for the viewers at home who don't know about Paperclip,
Okay, Project Paperclip was the Americans went in and basically rescued a whole bunch of Nazi rocket scientists before anyone else could get to them, like the British, who were rather annoyed at having experimental rockets rain down on London, or the Russians, who were being really fairly murderous at the time. So the Americans spirited them away and said, "Come build rockets for us, and we'll forget that whole, Nazi thing." Never mind.
Oh yeah, the whole bombing of London that
Yes.
Werner von Braun. Yeah, just head up NASA. It's cool.
Yeah, but of course it wasn't just Werner von Braun, and it wasn't just rocket scientists. It was a whole bunch of other scientists. I think the Soviets got a bunch of the medical scientists. So that was fun. People who did human experimentation, all kinds of other horrible stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, it really kind of boosted technology during the Cold War.
Yeah, both sides got lots of. I mean, it's amazing. Like you start looking into it, like they both got tons of scientists and kept them from being prosecuted. And it's like, yeah, all the war crimes, forget about it. Set up package.
I don't know.
G-Man at the door for a check.
Right?
Interesting.
Are you still aggressive knocking at our door?
Maybe it's the Department of Homeland Pizza.
That'll be great. Seems right, I'm soliciting, fortunately.
I think we're all listening.
G-Man at the door as always.
Yeah. I told him he didn't read me my Miranda rights, so I had to leave.
Do not consent to search.
Do not consent.
You learn fast, kid. You learn quick. I like it.
I got out my pocket Constitution and started reading it off to him. He just gave up and left. I'm a sovereign citizen. I should have just yelled at him. It was actually a guy who was wanting to wash windows. I should have been yelling about being a sovereign citizen.
Was it a window?
It's just some guy who washes windows. Or something.
Oh, a window washer.
Right.
Gotcha.
Do not need.
All right then.
All right.
So
Do we
do you
want to
wanna
go
go-
stake out that place?
Yeah, just drive by and see what we can see, and then go.
You want to drive by and see?
And then I can look into it, from a distance.
Do you want to wait till it gets
Ah.
dark so
When
you're slightly less
Not
obvious?
really obvious.
Then we
Probably.
have to-
Yeah, maybe just a
Kelly's
bit.
truck is kind of.
Well, we can rent an Uber or something, because we can also, when it's dark, we would need headlights, and that's not this way.
So you want to drive by in an Uber?
Or we can drive by. In,
It's gonna get a really cool Uber guy who's down for a cool stakeout night.
Yeah, right.
Listen, you just turn off the app. This $100 bill's yours.
You find someone with a just slightly lower rating, and then say, "Yeah, it'll be 5 stars all round and $100 if you do this."
we could rent a car too. But yeah, I guess Kelly's truck would be very.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
Uber's phone number?
What
I
if
call car.
What if we use the yellow cab?
It's very conspicuous, inexpensive.
I don't really know what the kids do these days.
Yeah, I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna get us a lift. Not with
So buy 3 hoverboards and roll past in a row. That's what the kids are doing these days. Film it for TikTok.
Yeah.
Get a segue out.
As long as we're
All
filming
right.
ourselves the whole time, nobody will notice it.
Yeah.
But you can use a ride service. Sure, pick you up from the motel. Happy to take the extra money, and 3 people giving a 5-star rating. That's plenty of incentive. So yeah, they drive you out there and
Good.
roll past at slowish speed where you look out. Make intellect rolls to gather information from observing the house.
Well,
All right,
yeah.
let's do it.
Difficulty.
We're being so.
Difficulty
Yeah.
3.
We'll do 3.
I love it.
We're being so sketchy.
Hey. What is the effort to roll?
If you decide to put in an effort,
Okay.
you can put in up to 1 point in effort.
And how many points is that?
You put in
That's-
1 effort to roll. You put in the
3 minus your edge.
one. Right,
Edge
so
makes
cost.
spending effort cheaper.
Right.
Cost of 3 minus your edge. Yeah.
So I will need to lower my pullback then.
Yes. You do not have an edge in the game.
I do have an edge.
Then you would lower it by 2.
Ooh. You got a natural 20, Jay.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
Wait. Did both of us?
We're all catching
I
everything.
think we both
Yeah,
did.
2 20s
Both
and
of
a
each.
17.
Hey.
We see
Okay.
y'all.
Double 20s. We're like. not
Right, you
Oh, but not
roll
yours.
past in your lift with a Y and stare out the window. That's definitely their car, 100%. Yeah, absolutely sure. The porch light is on, but none of the interior lights are on, which suggests that this is where they're operating from, but they're not in there at the moment.
Ooh.
But-
Ooh.
But who the hell walks anywhere in the States? That's just crazy.
It is weird.
Is there a car in the
their
parking
Their car's there?
driveway?
The car's there in the driveway. Yeah. Well, it's just in front of the garage.
Maybe they're in either
Garage.
garage or like a basement.
You know, they would not expect that we would find their location.
Find their lair. And
Yeah.
murder them. Wait
No,
for
no,
them to
we're
come
not
back.
murdering
No,
them.
sorry, it's like the tiger. I got excited. There's this tiger that they have reasonable belief that this man shot a tiger and then didn't just wounded him, didn't kill him, and then the tiger found his lodging hut location and waited for 48 hours for this guy to come back, and then murdered
Speaking
the
of
fuck
tigers.
out of him.
Yeah, speaking of tigers.
Murdered him, ate him, threw all his shit everywhere, just pissed
you
on everything.
You literally he was just this
And
tiger
people are
was
like,
so pissed off.
They're like, tigers don't wait. What do you mean he waited for 48 hours for this guy to
They
come back?
tracked him and not just waited, tracked him down,
Out
and
of
then
his
just
territory,
anything that might have had any of his scent on it, the tiger just tore to shreds. Just went all around the camp on a rampage. Just
After
full of
eating
hate. After
Eating
eating,
every little piece of him.
yeah, just eating the shit out of him.
Wow.
It's the
Yeah, that
big
was a
cat
pissed
equivalent of
off
taking a
tiger.
shit in your shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't fuck
Really was.
cats,
It's a
man.
vengeful cat streak. Yeah, it's.
It's a true story about this. It's a Siberian tiger that just fucked this dude up.
I believe that. Oh my god.
So you're going to ask your lift to pull over while you do a bit of B&E, or what's the...
yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
I say tit for tat.
Just hey,
That's right.
You know, door was left open.
Just a little touch of being,
And
you know.
this is like one of those places where there's
Door was left open, wasn't it? Oops.
is it still? Yeah, it's still in development where some of the houses are still building on and stuff.
Yeah, some of the houses are still being built.
I don't know why.
There's still a show home at the entrance to the little area as well.
Yeah.
So
All right.
yeah, but most of the houses
Yeah,
seem
we're-
to not be occupied. So
We're just checking out the houses in the area. You know, we thought this was the show house. Well, that's what we'll tell the driver. It's like, yeah, it's this the we're thinking of buying a place. This is the show house. We're gonna go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care, man. You're paying me lots, and you promised me a 5-star rating. Do what you gotta.
It's just what's that?
You just noticed the
Cat's looking
fan.
up and just...
It's been there the whole time, buddy. Just freaked out about the fan, and there's been no change to the status of the fan.
One of our cats just suddenly takes fright at the bedspread for no explicable reason.
If the monster lives under the bedspread.
I think they're just tripping at all times. So they are constantly seeing shit that's not there. It's like he's like your cat's probably just like seeing a cat's face
Kaleidoscope of just
in, in the pattern of it. It's like shit.
Fun fact for cats, marijuana is both like a stimulant and a heavy hallucinogenic.
Really?
So don't get your cats high. They're not having a good time.
No, only catnip for them.
Or they're like having a really excited time. They're chasing a lot of shit that's not there.
They're like that with catnip and supposedly valerian, even though valerian calms humans. Like, what's with that?
No, valerian, man. If they're sensitive to valerian, cats act fucking crazy. Look up some cat videos on valerian. It's even better than
Catnip on crack.
Yeah.
All right.
I used to take.
So your
valerian.
Lift driver pulls over to the side. You want me to just wait? Yeah.
Yeah. Right here. We won't be long.
Okay. He taps.
If we start booking it out, you just get it and drive ready for us. All right.
Go into
Okay.
driver mode.
All right. You pile out. There's their car. Yeah. Black sedan, Toyota Camry, probably the most inconspicuous car that can be found on the road.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try the knock, just because we think they're not there.
I wanna. While you guys do that, I wanna sneak around the back and see like if I can see any lights or anything going on the back.
You got your like special senses, like you can see inside. Before we knock,
Right.
let's kind of go around the
Yes!
side like we're kicking the
I wanna
tires. We're
project-
just, we're just checking out the property. Is all.
I want to project my senses a short distance after I go around the back.
Okay. Does that cost you points?
I believe it cost me 1 intellect.
Yep.
So I take that from my pool. And I don't roll anything.
No, you don't need to roll anything. All right. So you concentrate and you project your sight into the house. It's fairly dark, but the porch light is on. There's not really much of anything in the way of furnishings in here yet. As you look around inside, there is a plastic wrapped couch, a coffee table in the lounge. There is a bedroom with 2 single beds that look brand new, barely slept on. There's a couple of sleeping bags on them. One of their attaché cases is in the bedroom on the bed. There's a few empty water bottles and things on the coffee table, and some empty takeout food boxes. But there's no washing machine or fridge, freezer, or any of the amenities. Not even a TV.
As I project my senses into this house, how does that work? Can I tell if there's bodies on a thermal camera kind of senses?
Are there humans?
Yeah.
If they were here, you would see them.
Okay. Cool. So I would like to motion for everyone towards the back door and see if we can maybe actually be in it, open it. So I want that attaché case.
That sounds like a Kelly job.
Yeah. All
She
right.
probably
Let's see.
Be a speed check if you're trying to break into it.
What about
All
lockpicking?
Right. I would think it was something more.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Lockpicking would reduce the difficulty. The difficulty to break in is 5. It's challenging.
Is there an intrusion that's just intrusion?
There you go.
spend myself an effort.
You got any tools or anything?
Damn. No, I ain't got
Can I
nothing.
assist?
Are there tools? Do you have a lock picking kit?
All right, hold on. Let me. I've
Is
got
that-
puzzles
Already
and
done
riddles.
failed.
Is that-
How
is that-
about Ollie?
have
You
no
try helping J-Rod.
Can one acquire a lockpicking kit in this world? Is that a thing? In our world, I mean.
You
Yes.
can't get 1 hour Amazon delivery though.
Okay.
Most lockpicks, you have to be law enforcement or a registered locksmith. I don't know if that's the case in the States, but that's the case here.
Oh.
I think you can get
You probably have it.
whatever in the U.S. No,
Yeah.
freedom.
Probably.
Just call it a hobby. It's fine.
I mean, you could always just break the door in.
Then they'll know that we were here.
Is there anything I can do, like look around, to see if there's like maybe a panel of the back door, front door, check all that. If there's like maybe sliding doors that are open, check windows.
If someone wants to pay
open.
an intrusion experience point from their pool, I can say that one of the windows is slightly cracked.
Intrusion experience point. Where is that from? Oh, is that the we were marking that somewhere?
Yeah, we might
separate. We could use like unexpected gift, or I've got three. I've got three different ones.
Oh, wait, no. Go ahead. Because I have it something also.
Advantageous malfunction. Oh,
yeah,
right,
there you go.
Maybe one of the windows is like
broken,
or the lock is not locked.
Or they just didn't assemble the thing right because it's a new house that hasn't been,
So I think that's an intrusion, isn't it? So that is still an experience point from your separate pool.
There we go.
Mine says I used XP left 3, so that means I already used 1, and did not gain it back. So now I'm down to 2. So I don't know how do we get. We have to
keep up with our total.
You have to keep the two totals separate.
Well, yeah, I was, but I'm saying mine went down to 3, and how would I replenish it back to 4?
The pool will never replenish except when we get them. So in your background, you should have 4 permanent XP written down.
Right, but I mean the one that replenishes.
When we level,
they don't replenish.
When we level again,
you'll get additional ones as you go up. As you get experience.
As you gain more XP, you'll get more XP, but that pool never replenishes.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So after Kelly's tried picking the lock and kind of given up, you have a closer look and just sort of tap it, and the door opens.
God damn it! I loosened it for you.
Should have tried it first, clearly.
It was open.
Damn.
All right. So you're able to sneak into the house. It's largely empty, so it's fairly echoey in here. All plain walls and still smells of fresh paint and epoxy and silicon putty and other building materials. So a delightfully chemical smell to the whole place.
Right.
Yeah, it's got that new house smell.
So you saw the case in the bedroom.
Right, I head for that.
Yes.
Okay. So you creep along the hall and into the bedroom. There's a faint masculine whiff of 2 men living in close quarters to the room. A couple of spare suits hung up in the closet. I'm having to Americanize my vocabulary. It's difficult.
What do you call it?
It would be a wardrobe or a cupboard.
Cupboard?
Clothing cupboard.
Yeah.
I could see wardrobe.
Hey, J-Rod, you want a new suit?
These guys have no style now.
Not your size either. And there's the attaché case one of them laying on the bed. Yoink.
Let's open it up. Let's leave it in the same place. Let's open it up.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly heavy.
It's surprisingly what?
Heavy.
Heavy.
Let's look through it.
Yeah, let's open it up.
Okay.
Snoop.
It has little lock dials on it.
Oh, let's leave it as is and see if he happened to not lock it.
What are the odds?
And, leaving it at the place, and might have felt secure, like he's
Maybe.
got no reason.
I think this would require another advantageous malfunction or similar.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use Let's see.
Well, wait.
I could use perfect suggestion. I'm gonna use an intrusion. Use perfect suggestion. How do I use it?
What does that do exactly?
Yeah.
Perfect suggestion.
Oh wait, I have a fortuitous malfunction.
That's also good. That would also work.
Advantageous malfunction and fortuitous malfunction.
Oh, breaks a trap. Oh, that ain't the same.
You could use it here. You could use it here.
Hey,
Okay.
lost me one of my XPs. Shucks.
Yes. All right. So your turn. You take the case and fiddle with the locks on it. And then when you try to open it, you realize that he didn't push the blast all the way down. So you're able to jimmy it free and open the case up.
Would you look at that?
The lid and base are both fairly thick, thicker than you'd expect them to be. And again, the whole case feels heavy, but there's not a lot in here. There's a couple of sort of manila files with a bunch of papers stuck in them, paper clips, and so on.
Let's read through them.
Yeah, take a look. See.
Pass them around. Let's get through them quick.
Yeah.
All right. So these are rather old typewritten files that have been copied and in some cases mimeographed several times. So they're a bit difficult to read. They will return at some point. So let's make intellect checks to try and glean as much information as possible out of them. That's going to be difficulty 2.
Ooh. I glean a little something. Oh, God
Summon.
damn. God damn, guys. I guess I'm just used to reading these sorts of documents on the internet.
What's
You-
this
the hell?
What's this intrusion?
What?
Both botched.
How is it? We both hit 20 before. Now we both botched. What is going on?
Why does it say
Both-
intrusion?
Yeah. Why does it
Both
say-
roll again and see what happens.
Yeah, that's so weird. Okay. What was the difficulty again?
3.
3.
2. No, it's
Oh.
2.
The 2?
It was 2.
Oh,
Okay.
and no effort.
And I put in 1 effort.
Okay, no, it's just coincidence.
That's so weird. That's
Weird
so
coincidence.
I gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
Too much of a coincidence.
It's so weird.
Can't handle it.
Okay,
What is it that
well,
we're trying to? Oh, we're trying to really quickly look through everything.
yeah. So let's give Kelly a couple of bits of information from the file, because you guys screwed up. Let's see.
I'll cough my ear. Oh, I can't look in here.
Where's my notes gone?
Is that just the entirety of the weight? Is the these envelopes, or is there something? Maybe?
There's not really anything much else in there. A couple of USB stick-looking devices. Not much else. A couple of phone SIMs.
It's a lot of paper.
God damn, where's the... I'm looking for a particular bit of notes and I cannot find it to save my life. Okay.
You swipe it all.
What happens when we get in there? We steal it.
All right. So, according to these files, the Sin Lotion Company was basically a front that barely existed, and when they divested the assets, they basically sold them to Taito, even though they weren't really worth much of anything. Sin Lotion had links to Project Paperclip scientists, most especially Kurt Blome and the Posen Institute. It's Kurt and Blome is Blome, and the Posen Institute is Poz. God, that's painful. En. However, in your rush to grab the notes and sift through them all together, Jared and Olivia kind of have their bits of paper all over the place. So the room is now scattered with notes. And as you realise that you've just kind of hurled these papers to the four corners of the room, you hear the front door scrabbling with the key and then opening.
Oh shit!
All
right.
Sure.
I say we grab up all them little gadgets and try to barrel out the window real quick, like.
Okay, I didn't get to use an intrusion.
So they know that we got burgled? So
I
they got burgled?
want a friendly NPC intrusion, where basically I'm hoping that the person who is going to show the house will show up.
And like interrupt them at the front door?
Okay,
Right.
let's spend the XP.
Right.
So you're all like, hold your breath for a moment, and you hear someone calling out, "Howdy, you moving in here?" Yeah, I was the first one to move in. Yeah, I live up the block a short way. Just me and the dogs. So you guys a couple? So you've got a minute.
So we're quickly getting out.
Well, if they have a moment, we can grab the papers. Grab the papers from the corners and
close it up, leave.
yeah. Because we're so they don't know that they got burgled, right?
Right. We'll try to make sure that.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
They're gonna wonder where their fucking
USB
papers.
drives and SIM cards.
So you're stuffing the papers back into the folder, stuffing the folder back into the attaché case and closing it, and then leaving as quick as you can.
Yeah.
I thought we'd take the papers.
Oh, we're just gonna take it with us?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it, yeah. Let's take it with us.
You'd just be missing a whole file.
And they'd be like, "Where did I leave my
Where
case?"
the fuck did I leave that file?
Grab all the papers and get the fuck out.
Yeah. This.
All right.
Ramming them together.
You pile out while they're distracted, wait for the conversation to finish, and then scurry to the lift and pile it in. Yeah. So, how'd it look? Good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It was a very, very nice home. We have to.
Great floor plan.
Yeah.
Well, there's complimentary Gatorade and gummies back there if you want them.
Oh, ain't you a sweetheart?
Just trying to keep that high rating.
All right. Yeah, it says here that your gummies were too potent. It was one of the bad ratings.
Yeah, those were the wrong gummies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
Mixed in the wrong.
It happens to the
Yeah.
best of
I
us.
see.
Don't
It
feel
happens.
bad about it.
Yeah, it's happened before, but they gave me a higher rating. So
Yeah. And they should have given you a good rating for it, but I guess not everybody's cool, man.
Right.
yeah. So you want to go anywhere else tonight, or should I take you back to your motel?
I think we gotta. What do you guys think?
We can go back because I don't know where else.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to.
Now we got more time to go through these papers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Now you can have a
first.
Yes, these.
now you can have a more leisurely look through the files.
Yeah.
So let's see. Yeah, so Sin Lotion was a false front company that was later on, its imaginary assets were sold to Taito to kind of cover up for it. They operated as a sort of successor to MK Ultra and had links to Kurt Blome and the Posen Institute. The game was primarily programmed by someone called Fred Money. In amongst the other files, there's a profile on Alex Masters, but it doesn't really tell you much else about him that you didn't already know. And there's an even more scant profile on Jamer X. They basically don't really know who they are, but they've been very active on the internet since the 1990s, first on Usenet groups, and more lately on the more obscure image boards. There are heavily redacted files on the Polybius cabinet. Most of it's blacked out, but during the 1980s, they were trialed around Portland, particularly this sort of area, which has been involved in tech for a very long time. There were incidents, and the project was ended and withdrawn, and the cabinets were supposed to be destroyed, but apparently one of them slipped through the net.
Right. So they're trying to track it down.
Interesting. So we found destroyed.
Right. So the motherboard does.
And yeah, part of it was missing. All the wires were all screwed up.
So that means that the agency that installed these special hard drives did not recover the hard drive. So where did it go? Maybe it's missing with Alex. Maybe Alex took it and ran.
I don't know.
Because like, why are they still? Why are they still on the
So
trail?
he had a cabinet there that we found in his place,
Right.
And it had been screwed with,
Right.
and damaged.
Yeah, and the main board had been yanked.
Right,
Right.
but these guys are still here, so they don't have it.
No,
Now-
they got that. They're still looking to make sure that there's the ROM.
You think so?
Seems like
Any copies?
dude ran away
No.
because
Well, I also swiped a couple of them USB looking drives. I'd like to take Ollie's computer, disconnect it from the internet, and
Check it
see
out.
what's on these drives.
yeah. So we want to go back and see if they.
Or no, I told them.
Yeah. So you want to go? I'm wondering if are you saying, Kelly, that you want to go back to the to his place and see if there's anything left there?
No, I think the drives that are in the set
No.
are shape.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there was drives and SIM cards in the suitcase that I was very adamant on taking.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
We want to check out what's on.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's check it out.
Okay, so what are you checking first, and how are you checking it?
We're just gonna go through the USB drive looking things you mentioned, and I want to disconnect Ollie's laptop she brought from the internet, so ain't nothing pinging back nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanna scope through the files.
Okay. Yeah, so you switch off the Bluetooth and the wireless and everything else, and then plug one of these little black things into the USB connector on the laptop. The laptop boots into an operating system on the drive, and then you just see a bunch of basically the file tree of your machine scrolling past at quite a high speed. And then it switches off.
Oh, not good.
Sorry, Ollie.
I'm sure
No,
the people at the Genius Bar can figure it out.
So now, just after removing the drive, see if it'll still boot.
The laptop does still boot.
Okay. You
All
might
right.
now have spyware installed.
Yeah, it's a bit slow to boot, but it does boot.
Yeah, I hope you didn't keep anything important on there.
Oh no, just my travel laptop.
Okay, yeah, because we might have to completely nuke your drive now. Seems like I think that drive was the infected computer drive, so that's not cool.
Yeah, probably not that one. Redo.
Can we reboot the system?
I don't know. I guess. So was there? So there were like thumb drives, and then what else was there?
Some phone sims.
Okay. Yeah, that may have just been a get infected.
All
with
right.
So we can just reboot it and
Yeah.
start again.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Love my Nokia, but for this investigation. All right, let me get the SIM card out. God damn it. All right, let's plug this shit in and see whose phone they done stole.
If Nokia is not a
Yeah.
smartphone,
If it's not a smartphone, it's not going to be able to do anything.
Right.
Right?
Oh no,
Yeah.
you could still use the same SIM card.
right?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not going to
Make
be
it
but it's
cool.
not gonna hijack the
If
system.
there's saved contacts and saved images on the SIM card, I'll be able to see them.
It basically just seems to be a burner phone identity. So it gives you a nice burner phone.
Okay. Well, that's useful.
Oh shoot.
Probably very untraceable. Might want to keep that.
Dang.
Right?
It's probably just their SIM cards that they fucking reuse.
Mhm.
If we check the laptop,
Damn.
we'll, like see what the program, what got downloaded. You know, like go
It's-
into the root directory and see.
Do any of you have any computer skills? An actual skill in computing?
Off-grid technology.
No. None of you know enough to really get into the guts of the computer OS and find out what they've done.
Yeah. If everything looks normal, that means there's something.
Just slow.
Yeah.
It means it's fine, right?
Yeah. I think it's they just installed Stuxnet.
Yeah, it needs a wipe and reinstall. But fortunately, you know some nerds
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
who
true.
are already
We're gonna-
doing stuff for you.
Yeah, when we go by to figure out the ROM thing, we can ask them to take a look at the laptop.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, Kelly. It's salvageable.
All right. Guess
All
we'll
right.
go see you tomorrow.
Yeah. So overnight rest. You can get back. Well, let's see, 1, 2. Well, however many rest period things you've got left, you can gain back that many d6 of pool.
Okay. That means we can do the 10-minute, the 1 hour, and the 10 hours, so I can get back 3d6.
Yeah.
Or d6.
Probably more than enough to.
How do you
get
roll
back
the?
up to
Oh,
full.
okay, you go with the recovery like that, and then because it's +1, so.
Right.
Ooh, 5 points, nice. 2 points.
I keep getting critical recovery.
So
Yeah, for all a couple
Yeah.
of minutes.
I got 20 back. Back to
I got
full.
5.
That was first intrusion. That was useful. The friendly NPC.
Oh, great.
All right. So, next day dawns. You grab some snacks or something from the vending machines.
Is there a continental breakfast at the hotel?
No.
Oh
It's a
man,
motel.
who set this place up? No continental breakfast.
What is that?
I'm
No.
looking forward to making some waffles.
Yeah.
Next time we'll stay at the Hilton, all right, J Rod?
All right.
Next time. So yeah, you can either get stuff from the vending machines, or you can find a diner and get breakfast there to fortify yourselves for the day.
Is it the Denny's?
Yeah.
Back-
Denny's.
to the
Denny's.
All right.
Get coffee and orange juice.
Yep.
And apple juice.
We thought about going to the Waffle House, but the people inside, I don't know. We weren't sure. We were sure if they were the cooks or if they were the customers, but they looked aggressive.
They're throwing chairs.
Catching them out of the air.
Yeah.
We should do like Drunken Master, but with waffles.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Waffle Master just gets better at kung fu the more waffles he eats.
Yeah. Smothered, covered, chunked. Yes.
What is with you and the pen?
I don't know. He's freaking out about the pan. Like he's just noticed it for the first time. It's been there the whole time, but been there for 2 years.
He's uncomfortable. He'd appreciate if you'd move it.
And then you're heading to the retro games store to see what they've discovered.
Yeah. And
Yep.
All right. Yeah, they have opened up early, which is clearly unusual for them. The guy behind the counter is there with half of a breakfast burrito cooling on a plate next to where he's working away on his laptop. Oh, hey, yeah, I think we just about got it cracked. I can't really run it yet, but we got into the data and I can see the commenting and anything that was plain text in there. I can give you. It'll take a bit longer to get it running because I've got to build a custom emulator for it.
Oh, okay, cool. We got a laptop that we think got like a really badass virus on it, and so you just nuke it and just reset the whole operating system.
Sure. That's easy enough.
Yeah, just be careful with it because we're pretty sure it's like government level. So
Do not connect it to the internet, no matter how tempted you may be.
This is a will infect anything it touches sort of thing. I'm pretty sure.
All right, I'll be careful. But yeah, all we've got to do really is just wipe it and start over. So yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. We got OS disks around, so yeah, no issue. So he sets that going because it takes a while, and then sort of turns the laptop to show you the stuff he's discovered. Right, so it doesn't have a lot of information in it. The code isn't very well commented, which is unusual, even in this older stuff when every byte counted, people have an ego about these things. They like to leave a fingerprint and so on. But there's no real copyright information. Nothing. There's not a lot here. Not a lot of markers. So it's been a bit of a difficult job. But I did find some evidence that this was coded by Fred Money.
Fred Money. Who's that?
Why'd you say it like that?
Because he's like a legend. He's one of the
legend.
Well, he's one of the earliest sort of celebrity programmers, I guess. He seems to have put this together in about 81, and you got to remember that, Pong and Space Invaders were only a handful of years before that, right? And yeah, he was pulling off some really, really cool stuff later on. He was like a wunderkind. He was 18 in 81, and he was already programming for all the big boys. Then about 85, he kind of dropped out of everything No one really knows why. I guess the first sort of boom came to an end, maybe. But then he resurfaced in the 90s with the whole sort of rave culture thing, doing computer visuals and shit like that. And yeah, he's still a legend. He's still a legend. I mean, he's got patents and residuals and shit. He's made a shit ton of money. He lives not too far away. So the legend goes.
Really?
Wait, he lives around here?
Yeah, not too far. Not too far at all. He lives down in. Just a sec. I need to look this up.
Legend goes. I'm like, is he for real or?
I can't find any Fred Money on the internet.
Our own Fred.
He's not a real person, but he's based on a real person.
Gotcha.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, he's got a
Fred.
ranch outside of Eugene. So, just down the road a ways.
Interesting. Maybe we can ask him about it.
Yeah, maybe we could bring the code
But I
to
mean,
him.
how did you know if they don't leave? If they did not leave or what?
It's hard to explain, but there's like a coder's joke in the code that he puts in everything he does. So
he did leave a signature. Just so it's
yeah, but not. He did, but he didn't. If you see what I mean.
right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. So we'll have to, maybe we can.
Yeah, we'll be back to the laptop in a few hours. In the afternoon, whatever, tomorrow.
I mean, it'll only take a couple of hours. You can stick around if you want.
All right,
Or we
cool.
can pop over
And then you go try to build the hardware that'll run this, the ROM that you've
But the software that I can emulate the cabinet
So we can pop
and
in.
get it to work.
Cool.
How long you think
That should
that'll
take. It should have that for you tomorrow.
All right.
Because we could pop over
So
to
400.
Yeah.
I think we should pop over to Fred's. Yeah. Yeah, let's
It's
yeah.
just down the road.
If you got it, you got some so we can show them the code that just point at the area and stuff so that I can tell him, in layman's terms, we got a friend who this is his work.
He takes a screenshot and emails it to you.
Cool.
We're at 2 hours, so let's take our 10-minute break, 15-minute break.
Yeah, let's do a 15-minute break. Yeah, because I'm hungry. All this talk of waffles and stuff. I'm like, man, I got.
I was already, I'm gonna make some waffles already.
Okay.
I was thinking about it.
All right. Well,
we have the power to make waffles. Just, not right now.
Not right now, but all right. So we will be back in 15 minutes, y'all.
See you soon.
See you soon. Everybody, mute yourselves. should be theoretically back.
Mm-hmm. I hope so.
Hey, what up?
Hey.
Get it.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm. What it
Right. So you were planning a trip down to Eugene.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should show the bottle. We got this bottle of wine specifically because it was so Aetherpunk. It's the label. We decided that's it. We're getting it.
Called Evening
Oh,
Shade.
that's sick.
Like I
I
don't
can
have the
summon
heart.
something on that thing.
Do not have the heart to open it, so there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, what about the other one? Hold on one second.
Oh, there's another one? Oh, we were going to have some of it. Yes. Yeah. We were out late and we're like, hey, let's go by the alcohol store for no reason.
Was that Hypnotic or something?
Do what?
Is that Hypnotic or something?
No, it's
a liquor brand that's got glitter in it.
Yeah.
Dragonfire. Oh, that's sexy.
Hold on, I will put it on auto focus.
Oh, it's got lights.
And then yeah, it does have lights that light up. This one you can't really tell.
Look how magic juice that looks like. Isn't that cool?
Give me those microplastics.
That's how you know it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Live it
Fucking
in my body.
super random, but like I was gifted $150 bottle of wine after saving yet another dog this year that I found. They just keep coming to me. They
You just
send
can't
to
stop
me.
saving dogs.
I know. Yeah, knocked on the dude's door at like 5 o'clock in the morning till he answered. And he's like, oh my God, this is my best friend. I don't know what to do without him. Give me a minute. And he's like, yeah, I know this is some really nice, like limited import. Like, it's nice. Take this. And I'm like, oh, I have no palate. This is wasted on me. Thank you.
That sort of happened where they're like when we're at the weed store and the guy like really liked us and he was like, here, have this like herb. It is like $90 for what I'm like, I don't do that, but thank you. I mean, I do the weed, just not in that form. I'm like, thank you. I will make sure it's put to use.
Make sure it goes to someone who appreciates it.
Exactly.
Yeah, $150. That sounds like a lot for a bottle of rotten grape juice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'd think. I'd never spend that much. Like $12 is the max.
Some of the best wines are about $10 a bottle. Some of the best reds I've had.
So theoretically, it's supposed to be made out of mica, but apparently they do make some of it out of plastic. But that's like, I don't know if it's even, but like, I think that it's illegal for them to be doing it that way. But yeah,
And they're not.
Either way, you're going to be having glittery poop and pee for a bit.
yeah.
It's fine. Your body's like 80% microplastics anyway. What difference is that going to make?
Our car is
At this
plastic. Our
point.
clothing is plastic.
Yeah.
Our food is
The
plastic.
micro beads that used to be in our face wash.
Yeah.
Everything's packaged in plastic.
God damn it. Old enough to have both lead and microplastics. That's not good.
Yeah, I know, right? That's always nice to have been exposed to all that nice environmental lead that you blasted out into. Apparently, they were like finding it like now they found microplastics in the Himalayas too. So they found the lead all over the planet. Now they're finding microplastics all over the planet.
Yeah. You know what? This petroleum stuff, it's good, but it could be more toxic. Let's put some lead in it.
Why not?
Yeah, there's actually some indication that, well, first of all, like lead can be in like environmental lead, it can be correlated with increased aggression and criminality in humans. So the period of time when we had all the gangsters and rising violence in the states and stuff like that. It's pretty strongly correlated with the constant increase in environmental lead.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, shake it up, party.
I don't think that's exactly what she was doing there.
Wrong stream.
Wrong stream.
I'm making it safe for work. Come
Yes.
on, keeping
Work
things
with me.
Christian around here.
That's right.
Wholesome only.
Yes.
All the holes. Very wholesome.
Pretty
All right.
good.
So let's go and visit Fred Money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Down near Eugene. So it's going to take you about 2 hours to drive down there. So yeah, it's late morning, maybe around 11 a.m. When you head out of Eugene into the surrounding farmland and countryside to track down Mr. Money's ranch, which you do eventually find, but it's just got an old muddy trail leading up to it, not a proper road, despite the apparent wealth that he has.
Sounds about right.
He's gone off grid.
Go
Yeah.
mudding, boys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, thankfully we're taking Kelly's truck.
Yes,
You built
which is
for
able
it.
to cope. Yeah, so you head off road and up the trail. After about 5 more minutes up the trail, there's a big, tall chain link fence with barbed wire at the top of it, blocking the way with a big gate. There's a fairly thick metal post set into the ground next to the gate, which has like a speaker grill and a couple of buttons on it.
Okay.
All right, I guess this is the point where I'm supposed to do the talking.
Yeah.
You got this.
There are also some wooden stakes set out front, carved into spikes, and there are some very obvious sort of spirit Halloween skulls stuck on the spikes,
Mm-hmm.
and a hand-painted sign that says these were fans.
Okay, so it won't be fans then. Okay, got it. We're
I don't even know the guy.
investigating. We're private investigators investigating a interesting case. We ran
Well,
across
just in
this
the
guy.
area, investigating privates.
Yes,
Yeah.
we figured
That
you had
tracks.
some privates.
To investigate.
To investigate. And by this, we mean people who've just joined the army. No, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I am going to use the fast talk ability, though, to, basically say that, hey, we've got some code that we believe is his, and we're private investigators, and we'd really like to be able to
Right.
chat with him about it further and see if we're correct. This is his code, and,
Right.
go from there. See if we can get in the gate that way. It says it's a cost of 1. Do I need to do anything with it?
So
Or?
that would be the one from the X people.
Oh, no, this isn't an intrusion. It's
Isn't it? Okay.
It's just a special ability.
Special ability. Let's see if it's actually indexed properly in here.
Yep, fast talk.
Yeah. No, that would be helpful. So it must be in abilities. Fast talk. Yeah, it's 1 intellect point. You convince that creature to take 1 reasonable action the next round. So the reasonable action would be to let you in because you're investigators and You know,
Right.
people's instinct is usually to cooperate unless they've got something big to hide. Okay, so yeah, you roll up next to the post. You reach out, push the button. You hear a woman's voice coming through. Can I help you? No solicitors.
No, we're just some investigators. We have run across some code that we believe is his, and we really appreciate it if he could help us in our case here. I think it's it would be beneficial. I don't know. hopefully, Jared is better than I am.
There's a slight pause, and then there's a buzzing sound, and the gates swing open on little motors, quite slowly.
All right.
Sweet. Walk in.
You drive on in. It looks like a lot of the grounds of the ranch have been left to go wild, sort of re-wild. There's a lot of native plants and so on around. But there are also strings and strings and strings of LED fairy lights hanging from trees and across bushes and all over the place. And more strung. None of them are on at the moment, but the other ones that are strung across look like a whole bunch of mason jars hanging off a cable, things like that. Here and there are strange metal sculptures and weird bits of folk art, just kind of sticking out of a hedge here, a bush there, or stood in a row. There's 2 carved gnomes, one big, one small. The big gnome has a giant spliff that's resting on the hat of the smaller gnome. Or, all just weirdness and oddities. Wind chimes, dream catchers, hippie retreat vibes. Definitely very strong here.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the road, there's a couple of enclosures where the ground has been stripped back, and in one pen on one side, there's a bunch of ostriches. And in another pen on the other side, there are a bunch of llamas.
The monster.
Sure, those aren't emus. I know they raise emus around here too.
There's a big sprawling ranch house, kind of as eclectic as the rest of everything. There's all kinds of stuff bolted to the outside of the house. And there's a sort of square wooden tower, almost like a fire tower, stuck up at the back of the property with a whole bunch of satellite dishes and antennas and stuff coming off it.
I think those were
I
alpacas.
think that interesting.
You're supposed to argue with me. No, lots of just llama.
Alpacas are not the same.
Thank you. That's good.
A very hairy, somewhat rotund man with a big mane of curly hair and a huge grey beard and thick glasses, wearing nothing but Speedos and Birkenstocks, comes wandering out from inside the ranch and gestures to you with a bottle of beer. And it's not even lunchtime.
All right. Well, we're gonna greet him in just in kind, friendly, just some fellow hippies. Yeah, but we're also.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, and Eliza told me you were coming up.
Yeah, we've got a friend who's gone missing. Oh, actually, it's not a friend of ours. It's somebody who's contracted us to go and check out where he's gone. And thing is, some code came up, and a fellow looking at the code said, "This is definitely yours. Got your fingerprint all over it." And we were hoping you could, maybe tell us something about it to help us with this case.
Sounds like a bit of a bummer, dude. But tell you what, come on in, mi casa, su casa.
Cool. That's really nice place you got going on here.
Yeah, it keeps me busy. He sort of ambles in, scratching his ass. grabs an old threadbare gown, and throws it on dressing gown.
It's dusty in here.
Bless you. Yeah.
Most
So
people wanted that jolts we stole from.
Joe Collis, you can say, I didn't know you liked those.
pull up a beanbag or something, man, and yeah, let's wrap.
All right, yeah.
Do you want anything? I got some mushroom tea. I got some.
You got some kombucha?
Yeah, got some of that. Yeah, something to eat. I got some cookies, some brownies and shit, or maybe like a strip of SpongeBob's.
Stripper?
What?
A SpongeBob
Strip of SpongeBob's.
Oh, you mean like it's like microdosing you talking about, or?
yeah, microdosing. Wink.
Okay, macrodosing. No. We got business we gotta take care of.
No, you gotta squeegee that third eye, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's true. But, right now, man, we the man breathing down our neck. We got we ain't as set up as you are here. We're still. I mean, Kelly's off the grid. Kelly, but we still.
I gotta drive, but
this whole place. This whole place, right? I got solar, I got wind, and I got hydropower. I'm completely self-contained.
I noticed that. That's really beautiful. Do you end up using all the energy in a given cycle, or do you end up with little extra? Because I found myself a little extra. I make myself a nice little pile of cash.
I don't want to be connected to the grid, so I don't sell it back. What I do is I use the excess power to pump into a water battery, and then I just let it drain.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's beautiful. See, I've just been selling it to my neighbors, but I like that.
So, right, yeah, so this friend of yours or your client or whatever has gone missing?
It's kind of a client. We like to investigate a lot of the stuff that's kind of out there, and this is it's half friend, half doing a favor. You know how it is, man. And so we're just this guy's gone missing, and we're just trying to find out, maybe the man kind of broke in. It was we're suspecting broke in and stole some of his stuff, and then your code came up, and so we're like, hey. Maybe we ought to check this out with him. See what he thinks about it. And
right.
So I'm gonna, show him the picture of the code or whatever that I've got. So I can, I think I could email it to you or something, but I don't know how far off the grid you are.
And he squints at it, and you see his lips moving as he sort of goes over the code, and then he drops your phone. And the spliff that he's smoking drops out of his mouth and lands in his crotch, and he gets up and he's smacking. No, I can't help you with this. You got to get out of here.
Oh shit, man! I'm sorry to be harsh in your buzz or anything, but what's wrong, man? It was just.
I can't. All right, it's just serious. Bad juju, and if I was you, I would leave it alone.
Well,
the thing is, we're looking for a fella who couldn't, and we want to know why he went and disappeared on us.
This is like bad Cold War, like war games scale bullshit. Okay, just you don't want anything to do with it, right? I was young. They offered me a lot of money. I wish I hadn't done it. But
all right, I get it, man. That's we've all been through being under pressure from the man, but I appreciate your honesty. We'll try to keep your name out of it, so nobody brings it up. But well, at least we know kind of what we're looking at.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like to be like a bad host or anything, but I can't afford to get caught up in this shit again. Been running from it for 40 years.
Yeah, all right. Well, sorry to bring that back up on your door, but yeah, we appreciate you, being straightforward with us. We'll take off, man. And we were never here.
No, you weren't.
But I gotta ask, what happened with you after the fallout of this here code that's got you running?
Some very serious people just want this stuff kept quiet. All right, just leave it at that.
Serious people like folks from Taito?
No. Get out of here.
Yeah, I think what he means is this is the kind of stuff that makes you disappear, not in the good way.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone asks, I'm just some burnt out old acid casualty raised in llamas. Okay?
See, there were llamas. I told you.
They were alpacas. I don't know.
Very different animals, J-Rock.
We're not very different.
A trained eye can see the difference a mile away.
I know your llama from your alpaca, damn it.
Really, so you can tell the most difference in the quality of the.
Okay. All right, I guess we gotta load back up. But we got. I don't know if you guys want to try to get anything else out of him. He seems pretty.
I mean, shit, we're gonna drive all the way out here just to be shoved off? And damn thing else we can learn from this?
I don't know. You got any? Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're discussing this as we're kind of headed to the car. I mean, we might be able to get into answer a last question as we're leaving or something like that. Like, oh hey, by the way, kind of thing. I can't think of anything right off the bat though.
Right.
Kind of curious about that tower with all them satellites on them.
Does he have a tower with satellite?
Yeah. Attached to the ranch is what looks like a ranger's fire tower, but it's covered in antenna and satellite dishes.
Can he help us figure out the Jamer situation?
I'm sure I've got a card or something, and it's maybe I should convince him to try to stay in contact a little bit, because it seems like he might be able to connect, remotely with all those towers and stuff. Maybe he could be a resource we can call on in the future.
Right.
Yeah, you could give him a card.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a card and be like, I'll try to use Fast Talk again to kind of convince him to, keep in touch. That basically, hey, if he's interested in some of the other mysteries of the universe and stuff like that, he's interested in keeping his third eye open and ear to the ground. That we're the people that he should keep in contact with.
Yeah, he gives you a slightly old, crumpled business card. The corner's been torn off it to use as a roach, but you can still make out his email and phone number on
it. Awesome.
Mostly just to get rid of you at this point, but your fast talk blather sort of convinced him, and he kind of automatically handed you a card.
Right.
Pull it out of an ashtray nearby.
Yeah. Brush the ash off. Yeah.
All right. I think that's probably about the best we're going to do.
Yeah. Stop off for lunch on the way back and see if anything shakes down. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Who was it who contacted TJ originally out of you?
TJ is our contact. That's the woman who's I don't know.
Definitely Rich or Ollie. I wouldn't be giving out my credentials so easy.
I mean,
shit.
Probably you if I were to guess.
Yeah, I guess my character is the social butterfly, so
Yeah, probably makes more sense. Just a sec.
I don't remember how did we.
yeah. We got contacted by somebody.
Right, we got the yeah.
Friend of a friend thing.
Right. Yeah.
Well, wasn't it friend of the levitating crew?
Maybe.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you get a text from TJ asking you to meet her as soon as possible at the Hawthorne Bridge.
Is that back in Beaverville?
Back in Portland. Yeah.
Beaverton.
Beaverville.
Beaverton.
Beaverton is a suburb of Portland.
Yep. All right.
Well,
All right. I'll text her back. It's like, yeah, we're got a little drive, but we'll be there soon.
Let me just find out where that is exactly.
All right. That's me checking our ETA based on Google Maps.
Yes. I just like to know roughly how the real world matches up. Yeah, it'll still take about 2 hours to get there.
All right, we jammed to Woody Guthrie the whole time.
Yeah, it's still middle. Alright.
We're still good. A little road trip.
Yep.
That's what investigators do. Spend a lot of time on the road.
That's right.
Yeah, or staking things out, or waiting for other people to do things for you. All right, so yeah, you pull into the city and drive along, and you see a couple of police launches and a couple of police cars by the base of the bridge. And you think, even from this distance, you spot TJ with them.
Oh shit!
So you're able to drive down. The police keep you back from a line, but TJ comes up to the edge of the line and waves at you.
We're like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, the cops seem fairly sort of willing to accept maybe TJ's done the groundwork for you. But she looks very, very tearful. Her makeup's all smeared down her face.
So it's like,
body.
They've found Alex.
oh, sorry to hear that. Any word on how it happened?
They said suicide. They had me identify the body, and it's him. But I think he's been in the water a day or two. So, it was not cool.
So,
Oh shit!
so he supposedly like jumped off a bridge, or like is this something where because we're running into some pretty nefarious characters in this.
Right.
The way it looked, it's like he tried to cut his wrists or something first, and then they think he jumped in the water.
Doesn't add up.
Yeah, there's no reason for it. Sounds like he was silenced. Wow, this is serious.
Too serious, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how much more we want to get involved in this. We might need to cut our losses. Wow, really sorry to hear about that.
Because we found Alex. There he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this is one of the ones that we need to kind of just get the info out, and or that this is dangerous.
Yeah.
I can't believe he would kill himself. Something got him spooked. He would have hid, but he wouldn't do this.
No, no. There's
I
some
don't believe he
bad
did
guys.
this either.
There's some bad guys that probably did this from what we're showing our investigation. I don't know if that helps you at all. I don't know if that gives you any peace or it makes things worse, but the truth is the truth. There's a lot of indication that somebody might have done him wrong. You might want to tell the police to consider foul play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she comes in closer to you all and says, I think I know where he was hiding.
You do.
I think
I
so.
can-
I'll spill it.
There's
Yeah.
a homeless camp a ways upriver, and he used to help out there, hang out with a few people there.
Hmm.
It's about the only socialization he did outside me. So I think if he was hiding, he was probably hiding there.
Well, maybe we ought to go ask around and see if.
I asked you guys to find him, and you have, and like you say, it's dangerous. If you want to back out now, it's okay.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep you informed. We might try to turn up a little bit more, so we can kind of know for sure. And I don't know if there's any way to get justice with this, because this may be. I don't want to sound like a broken record or anything, but there's, this may be sort of the bad parts of government, if you know what I mean.
Inside job sort of shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that helps or makes things worse. But yeah,
I still think it's about justice.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what we can
Go
find
back.
out. Maybe we can. I don't know. Maybe we can at least let people know that he was done wrong and that he didn't just just die for nothing.
I'll show you to
Sweep him under
the.
the rug.
Yeah, I'll show you to the camp.
All right. Yeah, let's go with it.
Okay, so yeah, it's a short drive outward from the center of the city. Here and there on the riverbanks, there are small patches of undeveloped land and places where storm drains drain out from the city into the river or into the bay. And it's in one of these places that a homeless camp has been set up. There's quite a few people here, all in pretty sort of desperate situation. Quite a lot of obviously mentally ill people with various tics and so on going on. Evidence of drug addicts hereabouts. Some of them seem to know TJ, so she may have come here before with Alex, from the sounds of it. So she has to explain constantly to people that she's not here to help today. She's, just here looking for where Alex was staying. They seem a bit wary of you guys.
I guess we'll let her do most of the talking, and just kind of give suggestions on
Right.
Yeah.
What we want to know.
what we want to know. And we're just like,
Right.
Has anybody seen him? Did anybody see anyone
Right.
messing with him?
The last person that they saw them with.
So they're fairly insular and defensive, which isn't that surprising. So you're going to have to make a roll to get them on side. Be an intellect check. Having TJ with you is an asset, which will reduce the difficulty by 1. And the difficulty is 3.
All right.
So reduced by 1 for the asset makes the difficulty down to 2. So that's a failure.
I reduced it down to 2.
He's terrible. Rolls.
Yeah, it's still a failure.
There we go.
Well, they like me and all.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a fast talker. They're used to that. They know.
Yeah,
They know
they're
better.
like, this guy's a con man. We know he's kind.
Yeah. You probably strike them as being like the preachers that come down and try to get you to be saved for Jesus before they offer you any help. Whereas they think Kelly is probably just one of them. And And Olivia gives off social worker vibes, so it might be actually helpful. With TJ's help, and a few crisp notes to lubricate things, you do eventually manage to persuade them to show you where Alex was camped, and they take you to his little camp. He's got a plastic tarp set up. You can tell it's his now that you've got closer because there's a couple of fold-out solar power arrays. There's a little notebook laptop partially tucked into a relatively new-looking sleeping bag, which most of these people don't have. And there's a whole bunch of empty plastic bottles and packaging from junk food and so on piled around as well.
I pick up one of the canned joke cola.
Yeah. Yes. It's a good thing Alex was known and appreciated around here because it means no one's nicked all his stuff just yet.
Okay.
There's also quite a bit of dry blood around the sleeping bag and a broken glass bottle.
Interesting. Is there blood on the bottle?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd like to use premonition to see if I can
Figure out what happened here.
One thing I guess that would be like who attacked him, I guess. Here.
How his wound happened? Where the blood came from?
Well, I mean, I figure it'd be like that's not as important to know like who did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I can visualize the attacker.
Premonition. Yeah, 2 intellect points. You learn one random fact about a creature or location that's pertinent to a topic you designate. So what topic?
Or random, I guess. Of like who attacked Alex here, because I see a weapon, I see blood. This is his bag. Obviously he was hurt here, but who done it?
Okay, so you concentrate and reach out with your mind. You get a brief flash of Alex stamping on the bottle to break it and slashing at his own wrists. But the vision's a bit weird in your head when you look back. It's distorted and slightly psychedelic. Like the colors are slightly wrong, too vivid.
That's weird.
Like he'd been drugged, maybe? Or think he'd be doing psychedelics when he's trying to be on the low.
Right, that's my question. Did someone leave a false imprint of what happened?
Did somebody use mind control on him?
Or did someone make him do it? Right?
Were you seeing it from his perspective? Like, were you seeing
Right.
through his eyes?
Was
or were
it
you just seeing
POV or just
No, you were viewing it as if from a sort of third-person perspective.
And it was still weird.
So in that case, they might have altered the space-time somehow. I'd like to make sure that we're keeping a track on the autopsy or anything like that they're going to be doing to his body, because we can find out if there's like a substance in his bloodstream, you know. So if he was
If they don't cover it up.
drugged, right? So if we could like find some way to stay close to the body as it's being put
Or we
through
could
the
just
police,
go see the coroner before
Right.
he's turned over to the coroner.
or else see the coroner before all that's over.
Yeah.
Because we need to find out if he had something in his blood, then we'd know that he was drugged or made to do this.
Right, because it's so strange. Yeah. I hope they don't have somebody with enough psychic power to alter your visions.
And how do they even know to do that unless they know we're going to be coming?
Right. Let's ask around, see if anybody saw anything strange. TJ, can you talk to some of the people and see if they saw anything strange, and specifically if they saw these two little lawyer-looking fellas.
Yeah, so she asks around. So while she's busy doing that, are you doing anything else?
I want to look in that notebook he had.
Yeah, it's a little notebook computer, just a more portable one. So you open it up. It fires up, and there is a old-looking computer readout on the front. There's a bunch of lines and shapes and things whirling, and in flashing text is the word Polybius. Press start.
Oh shit!
What was it?
Don't press start on that. That may have been him experimenting with the program, and it may be dangerous.
Right. Maybe fully functioning.
Yeah, maybe he got it working, and getting it working is not a good thing. Oh God, we need to go.
Wait.
Stop the people at the.
Maybe he did get it working and then played it and then did the thing.
Right.
We need to get back to the shop.
Polybius itself might be the problem.
Let's get back to our friend.
We did insist he shouldn't play it.
Yeah, but
The curiosity may have got the better of him.
right. Let's make sure that
Let's get back there.
Let's keep this laptop.
For sure.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay.
And with
Yeah,
that,
see-
I'd be like, I was about to start making a vlog, and they thought better of it.
It's probably not a good idea. Yeah.
No.
You don't
Yeah,
want to go
so-
close
TJ comes back and says,
and then
people
bonus
kind of act weird a lot around here. So I asked around. Most of them said they didn't see anything. None of them have seen men in black suits. One guy said he saw a silver rocket ship dive into the water. I don't know if that helps, but yeah.
That would be a different case altogether.
And that
section.
woman over there, she says she was molested by a Sasquatch.
I believe that.
That's another department.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, I could talk for hours about Squatch, but I believe her.
Yeah. These are people who are suffering from trauma, and one of the worst traumas is people not believing you. So that's why they're gathered together here. Is because they've all suffered various traumas, and then
Did you find anything else here?
Yeah, we think that. All right. I know this might be kind of hard to swallow, but we think that what happened is he stumbled upon this government program, this failed government program, where they tested out mind control in video games. And we think it.
No, not all video games, just a very particular.
Yeah,
one.
just a particular one, and we think that that's what's going on. Is that he got a hold of it, and I'm thinking he might have messed with his head, and so it might have caused him to hurt himself.
I think he got whammied.
Yeah, and that this program might have done it because it was open on his laptop here. You see this bottle right here? It looks like he's cut himself, and I don't know how much you know.
How would he end up in the water though? How would he end up in the water if he killed himself here?
Well, he
Maybe
may
the
have
cut
started
didn't do the
bleeding
job.
himself here and then wandered off. We look on the ground. Is there a trail of blood from there?
Yeah, there's a trail of blood. It's been warm and relatively dry for Oregon recently, so you can still make out the trail. It's heading up the side of the river towards the bridge.
Yeah, you see this broken bottle here, and you see the blood trail. It seems like he actually did do it to himself, but probably under the control of, or at least under the influence of this failed mind control program. And so it's really dangerous. And I'm not sure what we can do about it other than just simply uncover the truth, somehow put the evidence out on the dark web that this program is for real, and maybe that can, serve as a bit of justice for him as we can try to put the word out.
Gotta be afraid of the Streisand effect, but as
Yeah.
long as all the copies are off the market.
Right. And we'll make sure it's a cautionary tale so people understand. If you go and look at this, it could literally end your life.
Right.
What do you think, DJ?
I have to get back to the computer, guys.
Yeah, we got it. We gave a copy of this to some people, so yeah, we got to go. We got to stop them from hurting themselves.
Okay, you go. I've got to head back to the bridge and finish up with the cops. So just drop me there, and if I find out anything else, I'll let you know.
All right. So let's do that.
All right. So you roll up on the retro game store.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta pick up my laptop too.
You guys agree that as we're talking, it's like you guys agree that this is probably what happened? I mean, I'm kind of just guessing at this point, but
That's a
it
strong
seems-
feeling I have here.
yeah, if it was all
No,
strange,
it sounds about right. And it's terrifying.
Can't believe it's actually a real thing. That's
yeah, no wonder they want to. No wonder they're not using it, and they're trying to hide it because if all it does is just make people go crazy and hurt themselves.
yeah, they gotta reclaim it.
Yeah.
They get big egg on their face if they don't. If this gets
Right.
out, we should keep it as blackmail for the.
I don't know if we want to have it because it's.
I want to
So-
have it.
Let's put it in like a vault or something. Maybe we could get a safety deposit box and safety
Yeah, I guess
we
we
could
could
just
do
start-
that. That
start
way, it's have it,
putting-
and we'll have it as
as evidence.
right.
No, the feds can request access of your safety deposit box.
Okay, we'll
Let's
have a safety
bury
deposit
it.
box on Kelly's property,
And bury it.
properly secured.
Proper bank. in the ground at Kelly's.
Yeah.
Surrounded by booby traps and explosions and lasers
Yes.
and mines
I like your brain.
and ferrets. Trained ferrets.
Deadly trained ferret.
How'd you know about the ferrets? Did someone tell you?
I saw ferret feed in the back of your truck. Sorry, I was left alone.
And once you've lived with ferrets, you cannot miss that smell. No.
That's why they're outdoor ferrets.
Exactly. Even when the smell gland is removed, it's still that minky smell. Yeah, it's
Ambiguous, yeah.
all right. So yeah, I guess we'll rush back to the place where dude's trying to build a cabinet
Yep.
for this to work.
Retro. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yes. You get back to the store. Yeah. Open up the door. Head on in. There's a couple of people waiting at the checkout. Angrily, one of them keeps dinging the service bell,
Oh.
and you can hear loud electronic noises coming from the workshop in the back.
Oh shit! Let's quickly
Let's
go
storm
back there.
on back there.
Yeah, we're just storming in the back. Yeah, but we're acting like it was like, yeah, we'll try to get them to come up front as soon as we.
All right, yeah. So you flip up the countertop and head through to the back. The guy you've worked with here and a couple of the other guys that work here on and off are all sat on an old battered couch that has been repaired with duct tape several times, and they're all staring into a refurbed big CRT monitor where Polybius is being played.
Yeah, I'll go yank the cord on the monitor as soon as I can find one. I'm not looking at it like, fuck.
All right, well, I think we'll stop there for tonight, and then we can pick up next time, because this has taken a slightly different path to what I was anticipating, so I will need to rejig some of the next part.
Oh yeah. Love that.
All right, cool.
Fun. You broke the game. That's exciting.
Exactly. It's like, ooh, it's like, are we gonna get in trouble with the law?
Are we gonna get suicided? Or
Yeah, right. It's like people like, oh man, now we gotta deal with these. How are we gonna deal with the guys having been exposed to it and like? 'cause
Yeah, we're
apparently
gonna
it
get
doesn't
Mature and Kennedy.
Yeah, right. How are they gonna make it through? Hopefully they're gonna be all right. Who
We
knows?
need to also start going to the shooting range so we have a little bit of practice with our
Right.
weapons just in case.
in case anyone comes for you.
Things are getting real.
You know, we went from just you know, being plucky, you know, curious people to now we're already
There's murder
in
around us. Well, self-murder.
Yeah.
But still.
Moida.
Well, not sort of. Not
Things-
self.
things-
Self-murder
things-
by proxy.
things turn dangerous quick.
Right.
We were just interested in the supernatural and the you know, weird and the hidden, and man.
Never mind that this was an invitation from an unknown source. We still don't.
Yeah.
That,
Oh wait, that's right.
well,
There was
it's a chain of events, but it's linked.
Yeah, isn't? Oh, that's right. We got like
Lovelace.
We still don't.
exactly
That went
Lovelace.
nowhere.
We don't know who Lovelace is. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I forgot about Lovelace. So yeah, people that if
We need
you're
to find
watching,
Jamer. If he's a hacker, we need his help.
we were the floaty girl. So there was a girl previously that was like floating. That's how we ended up going into the mine.
And this
where
is
it was
like
this
a friend of our
object
friends.
that ended up getting absorbed. Kelly ended up absorbing. That was like apparently seems like it's some sort of alien artifact. We don't know.
So yeah, I think it's the floating girl, and then the TJ is her friend, and Alex is the friend of a friend.
Right.
Right.
So,
What was
but
this?
Lovelace is who turned us on to the video of the floating girl. Did Lovelace also connect us in any way to
No,
TJ? Or
No,
was
this
that
is floating
totally-
girl's friend. But one of the suit
But I thought
guys.
there was the second email from Lovelace at some point.
There was,
One of
there was a
the-
second one at some point.
One of the suit guys was at both places.
Right. Well, the suit guys are both places, so we may be interacting with some men in black who are keeping things.
Yeah,
Right.
we're keeping tabs on the same.
Same
But
sort of
I don't know
stuff.
what the connection is between the floating girl and this guy. There may be no connection. There may be a cosmic connection. I don't know.
All right. So we got a lot
you could-
to investigate.
Much to think about.
Yeah, and you can have 3 experience points each.
Yay.
Sweet. And we add that to both pools.
Add it to both pools. So wherever you should have 3 permanent experience in your background. So
That'll
be a total of 7.
You add that, yeah, that'll be 7 total XP. And then for the intrusion XP, whatever we have
that's up at the
plus
top
3.
right. Yeah. Plus the-
Yeah.
Well, that's the extrusion one you put somewhere else.
No, the permanent ones we're putting down in the we can put this just.
Yeah, I have that down in my background notes.
Yeah, it's in your
Oh, it's the
background.
other way
notes,
around.
Bob. And then this extrusion, our extrusion intrusions. We need to have something in the game that's extrusions as well.
Extrusion, yes.
We're adding how many 3 points? Yeah. Cool.
The total XP is 7, but then our intrusion XP is different based on what we've used. Cool. And it does say that we have certain light attack, medium weapon, heavy weapon, all that. Do we have those weapons? Do we
And
have to buy
where,
them?
at what point does character advancement occur? In other words, like what is getting
Yeah.
the next level
We-
occurrence?
Yeah, we need to look into that next. I will give you the deets in the Discord.
Awesome, and maybe we can do some of that on our next
Yeah.
our next broadcast.
That would be the
Yeah.
27th, I believe. Yeah.
Cool.
August 27th is going to be our next Aetherpunk.
Scroll Reaper says, somewhat new to tabletop recently. Been binging D&D stuff. Found my way here. Cool story. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. We do it every so often. So make sure you follow and subscribe and all that jazz everywhere.
Yeah, we're developing the game as we play it. So
Yeah, and for the way our schedule is right now, we do the Safe for Work Aetherpunk stream every 2nd and 4th Tuesday of every month. So you can pretty much guaranteed to find us here from 4 p.m. until around 7, 8. And we also do a bit of the world building explanation, as well as sort of behind the scenes of learning the cipher system that we're basing this game on, because we are sort of creating this game and playtesting it and streaming it at the same time. So
yeah, it's, as we add more on, maybe we'll do some additional streams, maybe side streams just about the game, game building itself.
right, yeah, we could divide the 2 Tuesdays in some other method,
Right.
but yeah, you're pretty much guaranteed 2 Safe Work streams every month as we do this exclusively because we love it and we're working on it and building it. And
really, it's been great.
Join the Discord.
Been enjoying the interesting stuff, and so how are you liking it, Grim? You enjoying the connection to the real world and all that stuff too?
Yeah. It helps. It helps in some ways and it hinders in others.
Of course.
But it helps keep that level of plausibility to everything, I think, which draws you in a bit more.
Right.
I like that it sort of fills the gap of cyberpunk type of game, because I did really enjoy having modern setting for things, or sort of futuristic even, as well as like anti-disestablishmentarian, just having all of that sort of edgy frontier stuff, and it's fun to be able to have that, but in like a more positive way.
Yeah, there is a problem with most hope punk type games in that because they're so utopian, there's no conflict, and so there's no story.
Not here, buddy.
I wouldn't see it as utopian or anything like that. In other words, a utopia is where you're trying your best and shit's still going wrong, but things aren't hopeless. And then there's just there is hope, but there's there's always going to be.
I would say we're even edgier than like Star Trek, where like as utopian as you get. I would say Star Trek, like universe is as utopian as you can get.
Yeah.
And I mean, they try to do conflict there, and there is obviously, but I feel like in our game it's even more so because we're still in the stage of railing against the encroaching oppression, the boot.
Yeah, I really do.
The government,
you're right to put it
kind
of in terms of like Star Trek is theoretically a utopia.
I mean, I feel like it is. That is the ideal society for me, anyway.
Right,
like,
exactly. But there's always forces, everything
seen,
from having to deal with the environment to having to deal with those who
still warring nations and like concerns about there's like even existential things like planets going extinct and civil war and like first contact, like a greater concept.
And then there's these civilizations that they're too self-centered. In other words, they're more violent, more self-centered, don't want to cooperate. And you're always going to have those elements to deal with, even in anything that's kind of
even in an ideal society. It doesn't mean everything's always like everyone's robotic.
So I mean, a win in our first arc was finding the weird alien device and absorbing it, and in this one it might just be eradicating this ROM or getting rid of it or putting it somewhere safe, and
making sure people know that if they run across any other copies of it, that it is indeed dangerous. We have verified it will hurt you.
I would love this too. I turn this into a slight variation of Warehouse 13 librarian sort of thing, where we can sort of go. Yeah, we can
start gathering the stuff up.
Start like sequestering is dangerous technology.
Loved Warehouse 13 so much.
It was great, wasn't it? So I think we could draw upon some of that.
That could be like our sort of impetus to continue sort of doing this together.
Yeah.
You guys aren't going to keep me in the warehouse, are you?
The warehouse is where the heart is.
Gonna bronze you.
Right.
We're keeping it for the people, though. We're some of the things we don't understand them yet, so we're just making sure nobody gets hurt.
Exactly.
Sequestering away.
Right. Yeah.
Public library 13.
We can find some fun like central location under like a mountain or something.
Yeah, we'll be the start of
have our own cave
where we organization.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I could see it going both ways.
Have our own Assassin's Creed later.
I can see it going both ways. Where like there you can have your player groups either be like, no man, everybody's got to know the truth and 100%, and then there's other groups that are like, well, hey, there's stuff we don't understand. We end up just hurting ourselves.
And other groups are like, let's use it.
Yeah, exactly. And we got to keep it from the people who are going to use it for bad, but also maybe we'll one day be able to use it.
Or we use it for bad.
And so we're just, or you have groups that are using it for that.
Or good bad, whatever.
But having a lot of choices for the players, I think is really fun too.
Tell you what, let's do some leveling up in stream next time to sort of explain and feel out how it works, and that'll be a better way to do it, I think.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
27th. We'll see you guys. Same bad time, bad channel. Find us right after 4 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, thanks for joining us and coming along with us on this journey with Aetherpunk, and hopefully as you join us on the journey, you'll be swept up and also start telling your own stories via this system as well.
Yeah, and we can start producing some booklets and type like
Yeah,
things you can.
I'm really
take
excited
home.
about starting the because we've both got our notes, and I've got
Also
tons
fiction. You gotta continue writing the first supplement that is like go back to Star Trek, etc. There is always like a book series, multiple ones that are for like Star Trek, Star Wars, pretty much anything you can think of. There's like books about it. So you actually have that for Aetherpunk as well. So
I've got the first 3 chapters, I think.
So got to get the rest of that after you're done doing your IRL project.
Right. Well, so yeah, part of it is there's actual real interesting alternative science that is referred to in a lot of the stuff as well that you'll be able to find in the real world. There's already got
That's
a
the
website.
challenge of keeping it based on reality, but alternate reality.
Right. There's already a website, and so it's just trying to bring all those alternative viewpoints together into one cohesive story that allows you to explore all the edges of
Full
imagination as well as possibilities of the real world and mixing it all together.
Yep.
So,
It's gonna be fun.
yeah. Been having a lot of fun. All right, man. Thanks a lot, and thank all of you for
Thank you, viewers.
joining. Thank you, viewers.
Thank you.
And we will see you on the 27th for more of this goodness and more of our world building.
Good night, everybody.
See you next time.